right, here we are.
Yep.
Um, this is Emmy and No Man X.
Hello, everyone.
All right, so let's see. Let me get to my questions here.
Gotcha.
Uh, let me go through them. Did you have any questions, No Man X?
Right now, officially, question wise, I guess we could talk about one subject
Okay.
that I acknowledge that happened in the world of entertainment that was big. Yes, I could mention about Carl. I think his name was Carl from Cosby Show, but he's not the biggest one I could think of right now. So I'll mention what was he known as? The Prince of Oh yes, the Prince of Darkness, who always used to shout his wife's name, Sharon. So, in your opinion, what you have to say about the Prince of Darkness and what you've known about him in your lifetime experience? And I'll mention my part after you,
Okay, so you said the Prince of Darkness?
aka Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was about to say, like, I didn't know much about him. I mean, I knew about he's married to, he's a rock star, Black Sabbath, married to Sharon. They
Mhm.
got like three kids. Only thing I knew about him was that he supposedly ate the head of a bat on stage, supposedly.
Yes, that's
Uh,
true. It was a
okay, so
dead bat.
dead bat. I was about to say because I'm like, but still, even if it's dead, but that's the only
Mhm.
thing I really knew about him.
Well,
Um,
go
I mean, I
ahead.
know he's more than just eating the head of a bat, but that's all that I pretty much known about him. I thought it was sad though. It shocked me because he passed, and so did Malcolm from
Yep,
um
the
from the
Cosby
Cosby
Show.
Show. So I was like, wow, like what the heck? It was
Hey,
just I just think
uh,
it's sad. So I just think it's just sad all around.
true.
Cause I heard he was on tour. Ozzy. I
No,
heard
it
he
was
was
his
on
last
tour.
tour.
Last tour,
He
yeah.
finished, yeah, he finished it before his passing, to let you know. So he's finished it at his home, where basically where it all started. And oh my god, everyone's gonna get me because I forgot it by heart again. It was on the tip of my tongue and I forgot it. Not in him, but I know it was in England, where he finished a tour with Black Sabbath. See, people not wouldn't remember everything. It's just where they originate. I forget because everyone challenged me to ask where every band originate from. I am so dead. But I like what I liked about the dude was, even though I watched the reality show, I realized the dude was really, really freaking funny. Some people were like, "Wait, what?" Yes, if you listen to the mumble long enough and you start putting together the words, you realize he is the most funniest joker, friendliest, nice person you'll ever meet. And what happened was I was listening to a documentary not too long ago after his tour was over, and one of the people who knew him said if he didn't became a singer, he would have did good as a comedian because he could get people laughing. I'm like, as shocking as it sounds, even though the drugs did a lot of damage to him, if you could understand what he was saying, he was really, really freaking funny. And I
Oh
mean
yeah,
it.
I can see that. Yeah, yeah. From what the bits and pieces I have seen him, I could definitely see that. Continue.
Yes, and that's why I'm like, that's another part of the legacy of him that will forever stay, because a lot of people after Black Sabbath and them, they did their time, because like I always tell everyone, every generation's rock group or musician group, they get their audience, and then after so many years, they eventually kind of fade into out of existence, and then maybe once in a while they may pop up and people may acknowledge and remember their songs. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. With him, when he popped up once, he kind of popped up and stayed around in the social media lights eyes for quite some time, because people were like, wait, he's kind of funny. And his family is part of the reason why I believe we have a lot of these celebrity shows that are reality shows, aka the Kardashians, what is it, the Real Housewives of Los Angeles or Georgia, and then because they realized that they actually taught to take a look at some of the people who are celebrities or making money. They have interesting lives, but the problem is it's kind of the same concept I go with the real world. The first real world, I'm not sure you ever seen the first one. I got a chance to see it. It was real. And some people are like, oh, the other ones was no, 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 you don't get it. None of the people in there were trying to think they were going to get famous. They just look like, well, okay, we're going to be on a reality show, a experimental show from MTV, where we're going to live in New York and we're gonna live together for I forget how many months. Oh my god! At first they tried to be a little fake, but after a while they just got real. And when they got real, the emotions were raw. They were more organic. And then as each season went by for the real world, it kind of became Hollywood wise. And if you don't know what Hollywood wise means, it means in other words, people start getting better at learning how to fake more in the camera to give what the audience wants to see and not real life. And of course the camera crews tried to get that a little bit, but they kept getting more of the fantasy. Whereas the first 2, 3 seasons of the real world, wow, that and Road Rules when they first came out, those felt so real. And I tell anybody, if you want to see what a reality show is supposed to be about, try to see if you can resurrect those 2 seasons. Man, you
Well,
felt
that
the
is
you yeah, you feel the characters, the people more so than when it gets farther in.
that is so long ago. That real world seemed like forever ago.
You went alone because when I think about it, first I think about it like yesterday, and then I realize, oh my god, it's well past 20 years. Oh dear God.
Like what was it
Ugh.
like late? Was it late 90s? I mean
Early
mid late
90s.
90s,
Actually,
early 90s.
hold on one second. I got something here. Uh, in my sister's collection. She was a Real Worlds fan, and she actually got a book. And it should tell me the first year the book series started, because this is the book that talks about the first cast. And I want to say it was the early 90s. I want to say like 1993 or 92. Could be wrong.
I almost thought it was 93, and I thought about it. I said 93. I said, was it that early? Let me see.
Yeah,
93.
yeah, 93. Because I'm looking at one of
Wow.
them has a student university card. It says summer of '92. So yeah, '93.
I was in elementary school in 93. I didn't know it was that old.
Yeah, it's that
Goodness.
old. That's why a lot of people when they talk with me, they first get confused because they're like, "Why is it we can't really get your age?" Well, my sister, she grew up technically in the '80s. I grew up in through the '90s. So due
Yeah,
to
me
my
was the
sister,
90s.
you're not alone. Because I want to say, due to that, I really don't have an actual starting point because mine's is a blur. I was playing game consoles from the '80s all the way into the '90s. It was a blur, and by the time I got to high school, is when I could officially tell people, yes, I'm a '90s child. But due to the fact I was born in the '80s, late the mid '80s, and I got introduced to '80s stuff as well as '90s stuff, I really just tell everyone I'm a blur child. In other words, so I was watching Real World as a kid, going to elementary school back and forth. So I was watching it with my sister. Road Rules. I remember when I started seeing MTV for the first time. I was like, cool. And Nickelodeon. Oh my god! Don't even get me started about Nickelodeon back when we were kids. You
Oh,
can't say that on
wow.
television. Inspector Gadget.
Oh,
Oh my god.
yes. Yes.
See,
Those were
uh-huh.
the days. Those were the days right
What are
there.
you talking about? I remember those days. Now, on newer generations look at me, they're like, dude, you're old. I'm like, yeah, I may be old, but when you want to learn something about the past, just go ahead and ask me. I even remember about rotary phones. I was trying to learn a rotary phone before my household got a touchstone phone. I was sitting there like,
Yeah, I never got a chance to learn that.
oh, it's a pain in the butt.
We had like a fake, we had one that looked like a rotary phone, but it wasn't. It still had
Gotcha.
regular buttons on. I always wanted to know how to use the rotary phone. I thought that would have been neat. So you
I
guys
can
had
tell you
one?
right now. Yeah, I did. Cause see, when my parents, when I was a child, when I was starting to remember my childhood and all stuff, I was in Bremenhaven, Germany. So I was on the installation base, which no longer exists because I actually did. I go search to find its location, and I use a lot of military maps to find where the base was. And officially, right now, it is a dockyard and fields right now, and part of it was a giant parking lot for shipping containers and stuff, and the other part's nothing but grass. But when I was there, it was a base, and when I was living on the base, we had a rotary phone. I was starting to learn how to do that, so the trick was always like, oh Jesus, I had to have a rotary phone in front of me so I can do it. Each number you had to actually take it, and then you had to rotate the number of times you were trying to get to that number. So you had to rotate once, twice, three, four, five, six, whatever to get the nine. Then the next number, and if you did it correctly and fast enough, it's gonna click over. So in a way, it was like trying to learn how to drive a manual.
That's what it
If
sounds like. I said, "Dang, that's what you made me think of." I said, "It's like a manual car."
Pretty much. And if you get it right, awesome. You get it wrong, you might end up with the operator. If you end up the operator, just remember the phone number you're trying to reach, and if you can tell them the number, they will patch you right in. Today's time, there's really no phone. I mean, there is an operator, but there's not a phone operator. Operators usually inside buildings now. And that's what throws a lot of people off that are younger. They're like, there's operate. Wait, there used to be an operator? Yes. If you got the number wrong, someone that was an operator would say, hello, are you trying to reach someone? Yes. Who are you trying to reach or the number? You give them the name or the number, they actually will systematically get you hooked into the right port that you need to go to or whatever. They had a switchboard, and you go right to that number you're trying to get in touch with. You know, it's like awesome. And then we switched over to digital phone. And I remember digital phones, and it was like eight or nine numbers I used to remember that were important. Three that I need to remember since I was a teenager if I ever had an issue. And the other ones were fun numbers to call if I wanted to buy stuff or go to stores and stuff. And I look at the newer
What?
generation. Oh yeah, I had a few stores I like going to back in the day when I was a kid. Mostly they were hobby stores, but uh, I remember all the hobby store phone numbers by heart back then. Now, don't even ask if I remember those numbers. I can barely remember my first house number.
Do they even have operators anymore?
Truthfully, I don't know. I think it's all digitized. The last time I would check,
I don't even remember even talking to an operator. It's
the only
been
switch.
so. Go ahead.
You're not alone. I was like, you're not alone because the last time I dealt with one, like I said, they usually work inside, for instance, giant buildings. For instance, if you call some
Oh
company,
yeah, a company. Yeah, a company. But I mean, like just a regular phone. Like if you're on like a regular landline phone, and
no.
what was it? Zero? I don't know what it was because I never called. And wasn't it
Usually
zero or was it
it was
like
zero,
four
or
one
you mess up
one?
the. It's probably that or zero, or you mess up enough time, you inadvertently get an operator. Because it used to be when the rotary, if you mess up enough times, you get an operator. So the rule applied even with touch tone. If you got it wrong enough times, you would trigger the operator to come to you and say, "Do you need assistance?" And I haven't heard that in a long time. You're not alone. I haven't even tried to figure out if there's opera. Last time I heard was when I was in a class taking for IT work to get more acquainted with computer technology. They were like, yeah, most switchboard operators have been replaced with basically digital switchboards. Basically, you put the number in. If you have the number in your phone, you just go to the person on your cell phone, find a number, tap that number, it instantly links you to the phone number. It just bounces through switchboards, router boards, or whatever they got, and they're building, and boom, boom, boom. So I'm like, oh, so basically the phone centers have become more lightouts. They're like, yeah, so many words. I'm like, that's kind of creepy. But then again, if we go to the country of Japan, that's more and more of a reality. But a lot of companies they got there too, where you just wake up, you go online, instead of you actually going to the store, you type in what you want, and by the time you finish typing it in, the system or the facility in there with the robots get all the stuff together, or if there's a few people in there working with the robots, get all your stuff together. And by the time it tells you you're ready, you just drive over there, walk over to the store, and you go up there, you present your identification, and it's already been paid for. And the machine opens up, and here's your groceries, or here's the product you buy. Have a nice day. And it's like, bam. But then again, it's kind of the same thing with going on over there with the dating world, because artificial intelligence is starting to come into a play, and that's where a lot of people are like, the dating pool is getting messed up by that. And I'm sitting there like, yes, and don't even get me started on the dating world. When computer artificial intelligence, some people are like, I like it, and some people are like, I hate it, and I'm sitting in between like, you need to ask the question of why you need companionship. Is because you need someone to share a life with. It's the same reason why business used to exist. It was some place you would go to commerce with other people. Yes, you were buying stuff, but you were conversing with other people. You were talking with people that worked there, and other people came in the shop there. And it was basically like a social gathering for people. Yes, you're buying stuff, but you were talking with other people. Now, I know this is one of the things the world's been freaking out for the last years, and everyone wants to know my background is IT, so I know a lot about the transition of mankind from newspapers, telephones, TVs to using computers and smartphones and tablets. If you're like, we're becoming more antisocial, I tell them stop. It's not that we're becoming more antisocial. We're becoming more social, but we're becoming more socialized with our feelings. In other words, like I used to use Mel Brooks as an example. Mel Brooks comedy shows and movies back then they were able to be made because people's feelings were a lot more harder to hit compared to now, where we're
Oh
now
God.
able we're more hand teller to people's emotions than we used to be. I mean, now we're able to critique shows and things for people. They go online, they can talk with people that have the same feelings as they do, and they form a group, and they're like, "We're against this, we're against that." Now, am I saying we should be like that constantly against everything? No, I believe everyone should have their own feelings. But I remember what Mel Brooks said in some of his interviews because he was like, "Okay, my favorite movie," and a lot of people, if they see it, I tell them, "Remember, this was made in an era where people were much more thick-skinned, and including
Mhm.
I'll just go from there." So it's called Blazing Saddles. I love that movie. There's one of my favorite lines in there. Is done by Gene Wilder, and this is one I share with a lot of people, especially when they go into the workforce and they're dealing with the public. I tell them, you got to remember, these are the common folk people. I'm gonna try to remember the word by word. These are the common people. These are the people who made the West. They're the great frontiers people. They're the ones who face all the stuff out here. Morons. And I'm like, I rechanged that and tell them these are people who got degrees. They got jobs that probably make more money than us. They feel entitled. They feel important. Just remember, they're no better than you and me. We're all not smart. They're like, oh, in other words, so if they look at you, look down at you, and say, you don't know what you're doing, and this is what you've been doing in a job for quite some time, you probably may know a little more than the person who's shopping there. But it's just the craziness of the world lately. It's like we've gotten smarter at the same time we lost what I call courteousness, which means now we've gotten more aggressive. If people can't meet the needs we want, and then emotions gotten higher, and I'm like, I think that's part of the reason why I'm a recluse now is because all this aggression is like, dude, chill out. I just like to sit back and laugh sometimes. It may be something that might offend me as well as it might offend you, but if it's done comedically timing, I am not afraid to laugh at it. And people are like, huh? I'm like, yeah. And I saw some people say some comedic stuff that other people in my race would take offense. And I'm like, they're like, dude, you're laughing. I'm like, dude, the fact is because the person has perfect comedian timing. Now, if they're just doing it to be offensive, that's a whole different story. But I'll hold off on going deep in that category because, whew, but it goes to the social concept of humanity. At one time, we were nomads. Then we slowly became a society. Then we become more informed with each other. Then we became nationalized. Then we became continent wise informed, and that's where we're at right now. Where we're Americans, we have Canadians, Mexicans. Then we have, well, actually, we have Mexico. Then all of South America. Then we have Europe and their different nations, and then we have Russia and all these other nations that are all interconnected, but at the same time separate from each other. And they all have their own weird hemisphere. If you get to know someone from those nations, you're like, huh, that's funny. And I like how we've gotten to a point now that the world's gotten so small that we can communicate with people from different nations. We might not be able to speak the same language, but we have translating programs. And this is why I love Star Trek logic comes into play. Eh, I'm sorry, I'm going, but
No, you're fine. That's what this is about. It's about,
got you.
that's what this well, my platform is about. We're just getting up here talking about different things. You know what I
Got
mean?
you.
What's going on, Gag? How you doing? Your mic
Oh,
is
okay.
off.
What's
Are
up,
you
Gag?
okay? Gag, are you with us?
Loading, I see. You with us, Gag?
Gag, can you cut your mic on? Okay.
Guess he's going. They're going. They're going through a loading phase.
Let's see. So what was your original question? Was it about Ozzy?
Yeah, it was about Ozzy and his death and what you remember about him before he died. So it's just not just all the information that they're sharing now, basically. Like what you remember when he was alive, or if you ever remember or got a chance to see him when he was alive before his passing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because only the first time I seen him was on Austin Powers. That's the
Ah,
that's the first I seen him and his family.
got you. For
Yeah,
me,
somehow I got disconnected. Okay, phone camera off.
no comment.
I am not dressed. I am like they don't even let you select when you come in. It just says camera and microphone. I'm like, really?
Oh yeah, you have to. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like when you're in the studio, like you have to when you stop cam, start like it starts you off when you're on camera, then you have to turn it off.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
remember when I
that,
first came on here last week, and I was saying, okay, is this going to be drawing the camera on or not? I was like, I'll take the risk and see if it does kick in, I'll cut it off. If it does, I'll cut it off. If it doesn't, I'll just keep going. And it didn't, so I was like, I'll keep going.
like the camera action.
All right. So, uh, No Man X just asked about Ozzy Osbourne. Do you know about him, Gag?
Come on now.
Well, look, I just want to make sure. Everybody, look,
Yeah,
I
what
talk
kind
to
of
people
question
before
is
who
that?
I talk to people. Look, I
What kind?
asked
Because
that.
he is a
I
legend.
Hey,
Okay.
I asked that because one time I was talking to someone about Arsenio Hall and they didn't know who that was. I'm like, what? You don't know who Arsenio Hall is?
I've been blasting his music all week in tribute to Ozzy. Okay.
Okay.
Ozzy.
Did you hear about Malcolm Jamal? Was it Jamal Warner, right?
I don't know
Yep.
about them.
Yeah. Did you? Huh?
I don't know about them. I just know Ozzy.
Wait a minute. You
You
know? Have you
never.
ever seen the Cosbys?
Nope.
Stop
Oh, okay.
lying.
Yes. Okay.
You seen the
See,
Cosbys?
I heard of it, but I was more into like Gunsmoke and Bonanza growing up.
See, that's
You
why I
know,
asked about Ozzy
Gunsmoke. Like,
Osbourne because everybody doesn't know about everybody.
I
You
mean,
know what I
I
mean?
know about Bill Cosby.
But you never know. But you didn't know about Malcolm on this show, like his son on the show.
No.
You know, he had like four daughters and a son on the show.
I watched Sanford and Son before, but for some reason it was like the Cosby Show was like funny for no reason. I don't know. Maybe it might be my opinion.
Okay, so you're not well acquainted with the show.
Yeah,
Oh, see,
kind of
that's
That's
like
why.
what it sounds
See,
like.
that's why I have to ask because you never know who a person knows who they don't know because there's like a lot of rappers, like new singers and rappers. I don't know them. You
did
know
you
what I mean? Like
know?
I might have heard of them, but I don't know. Like I couldn't, like if I seen a picture of them or see them in person, I wouldn't know who they are. Like it wouldn't be like, oh, that's so and so. Like I couldn't do that because I don't follow the new people.
Did
Hey,
you
you're not
know
alone.
Donald Glover and Childish Gambino is the same person?
Yeah, I know that.
A lot of people didn't know
Oh yeah, well I
that.
can understand that,
I
but
seen a post the other day. They was like, "This guy has a twin brother." I like, y'all don't know he's the same person, right?
did they actually think Childish Gambino was his real name? Was that someone's real name?
I mean,
I mean,
as a stage name.
I mean
Man.
I know, but I'm just saying, like but
I'm
wow.
like,
Well, I mean
wow.
I get it because like if you don't follow people, you're not gonna know if you don't really follow them like that.
That
Because I
is
know
true.
I'll be at work and people will be talking about like these new age rappers and singers, and I'll be thinking to myself, I can't be a part of that conversation because I don't know nothing about them. I couldn't even point them out in the lineup.
I'm like, these cats are
Mm.
super ass dense.
Huh?
Hey,
What'd you say, Gag?
I said these people are super ass dense.
Okay.
Dense.
interesting. But I can't shoot you down because I remember when I finally came back into the world of rap and myself. I mean, first it was kind of like I was some days thinking I was listening to DMX, and then all of a sudden, like, okay, I want to share how I was introduced to Nicki Minaj. I was sitting there, I heard some lady, I was like, who the world is this woman? I was like, okay, she doesn't sound too bad. She sounds a little okay. Then I seen pictures of her. I was like, then I heard rumors about her having plastic surgery. I was like, wait, who's this woman?
Yeah, if
Then
you
I
see
started learning
her like
about the rest of them.
early pictures, she
Wait,
looks nothing like she
who
looks now.
who's Nicki
Exactly.
Minaj?
Are you serious?
Oh God.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I was about to say
Look,
plastic
boy.
Black Barbie. That's
I'm
what I
look.
call her,
I know.
plastic Black
Look,
Barbie.
I know who that is. I just wanted to get a reaction. Could you imagine we actually had people watching us? Boy, I'll be getting cussed out.
I only say that
There's
it's
a
just
lot
be
of
like
barbs out there.
true, but there's
That's
only
why I say
one
really.
rapper, Black Barbie.
Yep, pretty much. Lizzo's my
Yeah.
favorite though.
Okay, not bad.
Okay, so so if you're I'm not a fan of no one. I mean, no offense, because I know how people feel
You like
about these
Brad
people.
Pitt?
What? Uh, I feel the way about him as I feel about everybody else.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm not like it's not a situation where I see any of these people in public and I'm just gonna lose my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, please, I need an autograph. Like, can I take a picture? Like no, I'm not. I don't idolize any of these
Oh,
celebrities.
did we lose her?
Do we? What? You can't hear me?
Huh?
Can you not hear me? Hello?
Gag?
Wait. No Man X, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I see my bubble moving.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because right
Gag, you with us?
because you did mention he was having some kind of technical issues over there. I'm hoping it didn't get bad again. Because if you were
Okay.
mentioning about celebrities, oh my God, don't even get me started.
Yeah, like I'm not like I said, I'm not like a fan of anyone. I put it that way.
Hey, you're not alone. For fun, I tell a lot of people, oh, here we go. I don't go around bragging or saying this that often, but okay. As follows, people ask me, how many celebrities have you almost crashed into in your lifetime?
Crash.
You me ran into and you wouldn't have been
I
like,
know what
oh,
you mean.
all right. As follows. For me, officially, I can't say this one, but my mom officially met Patti LaBelle when they were younger. She was in a diner. My mom ran into her, had a conversation, treated her like a normal woman, walked away. It wasn't until her brother said, hey, you know who you were talking to? She was like, no, like she didn't care. And when he told her, she still didn't care. I was like, and later on, she's like, yeah, I acknowledge that she's famous and all that stuff, but
Okay.
oh, what they do? For me, as follows.
Yeah.
Here we go. It may sound political, but it's because I have relatives that live in DC. I almost could have ran into Bill Clinton when he was in office at least 2 times face to face. And due to the fact when I was in school at one time, at the time he was a candidate, it would have been Obama. If I was a few minutes early to go to breakfast at my school or university or my technical school, I would have been held prisoner inside there and I would have met the dude and shook his hand. So that's for candidates. Now, for celebrities, if I was being willing to be one of my relatives who also does streaming, does streaming products too, I'll probably mention his thing later on. But due to him and his stuff that he gets involved in, he got a chance to meet a particular celebrity, and I'll give away the person because she's no longer with him. That would have been Nick. No, was it? No, Carly B. Carly B's boyfriend at the time. That was about a
Did you
couple
just
years
say
back.
Carly B
Yes,
with an L?
I think that's the one.
Cardi
The
B?
female rapper.
Wait. You talking about Cardi B?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
her boyfriend about a few years back. If I was to be my cousin's bodyguard or got involved in his business, what he's doing right now online and stuff, because he deals with sneakers and stuff. I could have met her and her boyfriend, but that could have been another path I could have met. But I let him do his business. If he wants to invite me in and help him out once in a while, sure, no problem. The reason why, because if you see what I look like, I'm a big guy, about 6'3", 6'2", close to about 300 pounds. You understand why someone would like to say, hey, let's use you as a security person once in a while, just in case people want to act stupid when we go to events or stuff. Because, my title's got up there and reputation. I'm like, sure, whatever, I don't care. But that and I want to say there was one more famous person I could have almost ran into. There's like two or three more, but I always tell everyone due to the fact wherever I go, I tend to end up in places where I'm supposed to and not supposed to be. Gospel wise, I ran into like at least three or four famous people. I have to go pull up their names again. I even did sound production for some of them at my home church. So yes, when it comes to me and celebrities, I don't really care. If you're famous, you got millions upon billions of dollars. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
What you
I
want me
don't
to
care
do?
unless some of that money's going to me.
There you go. You said the
Then
key
I'll go
word.
crazy. But if I'm
Exactly. I'm
not
like,
getting
what you're
none,
giving me? Yeah,
yeah, if
because
I'm
they
not getting
say
none of it, then why should I go nuts?
exactly. I mean, yeah, you got the money, you got the stuff. I'm happy
Yeah,
for
good for
you.
you.
Exactly. Other than that, I'm like, okay, and if you give me an autograph sign, okay, cool. If I was to get, well, actually, one time I was trying to get involved in acting and trying to start to see if I could work my way up there, but that's because I also know some people who are B-list actors and C-list actors. I'll put it in that terms. One of them, he did a movie for Biggie Smalls. I actually know who he is. Him and me have actually talked multiple times. I even talked with what's the girl? She was on Family Ties. She wasn't a big character. She was kind of in the background, one of the little sisters or some crap like. Oh no, let's say some crap. Let me back that up. Okay, I was gonna say, back it up and go back to it. She's kind of sort of famous. I just don't know exactly what she. I remember she was like either a daughter or a secondary character that was in the show Family Matters. I believe it's Family Matters. And the only reason why I say crap is because once again, it's something that I'm trying to remember, but it's tons of little information that's in my head. So I always call certain things crap or junk because it's like trivia. There we go, trivia information. And I met her, talked with her. Hell, thanks to him, I talked to a handful of C and B list celebrities. But I'm pretty much burnt out when it comes to celebrities and rich people. I've been around rich people. I've been in rich people's houses. I even got to touch rich people's stuff, and people are like, "So how does it feel to touch rich people's stuff?" No more different than touching regular people's stuff. The difference is
You
it's
didn't get
not
no medical
mine.
powers or anything like that, or
Or you get any special privileges or any cool stuff like that? I'm like, no. The only thing I haven't done yet is done all the special little secrets that they can go to like hotels and restaurants that are privy to rich people. I'm like, oh, whatever. I don't care. They're like, wait, if you knew you had the ability to go to it, I still wouldn't care. And they're like, why? Because one, it's nice to go there, but it's pretty much, in my opinion, going to any other place. The difference is it's just exclusivity. There we go, exclusivity. And I tell everyone when you get exclusivity, I lose interest fast. People are like, but you like collecting Gundams and stuff. I'm like, yes, I do. But guess why I do it? Because I like it. It's not because of its exclusivity. It's because there's certain things I want to collect, and once I get them, that's it. Now, if it's exclusive, cool. I might get it, I might not. And people walk around like, "How do you feel not having it?" Don't care. It's like around when COVID hit. When the PlayStation 5 was like god awful expensive online, people were like, "Don't you want it?" I'm like, "I would like it, but you know what? I'm just gonna play the waiting game." They're like, "What do you mean?" Watch. Right now it's expensive, but when they start getting better and the economy, the world starts opening up more, watch what'll happen. And it didn't fail. The
oh
prices
yeah,
dropped
people be losing
down.
their minds when those came out. And it's like
Oh,
people fighting in the stores. I'm like, it's just, I mean, it ain't worth all that now.
what are
What
you
shit?
talking
I
about?
fight in the store. Let's go.
What are you? No, what are you talking about, man? I remember one time. Okay, I'm almost got to give away where I work, but I'm just gonna give away a hint. I was working one morning at this one store I'm at, And I was sitting there, I heard on the walkie-talkie them shouting out SWAT, SWAT one morning. I was like, why is this one out SWAT? Is that a new code or something like that? Came around to the electronic department. The entire SWAT team for the county was up in there, and they had to escort the young man out with the PlayStation 5. I'm just standing there like, the day I never thought I would see in my life, a kid getting escorted out the store to their car with a game console because of threat of being hurt or possibly killed. I'm done
Nah,
today. I'm I'm
it's not
going
worth
back to
it.
my work.
It's not worth it, man. I mean, that's why, like with me, like I believe in the waiting game too. Just wait it out. Like wait until it's not people aren't trying to kill each other over it. It's like when
I
the
Exactly.
bought
vaccines
mine
came out.
before. I bought mine before prices went up. I got mine for like $200 though.
Ooh, lucky
What?
you.
Mm,
Don't even play it.
That's why I
mm.
said lucky you, because I don't even know how you did that, but I commend you.
I know
I got
exactly.
people.
I
Mm,
got you.
mm. All
We'll
right.
leave it like that.
So question time. Um, damn.
Oh,
So
question time. So a question came up today, through some coworkers and whatnot, and so some of them are into it, some of them are not. Some of them don't think it's weird. Um, a lot don't think it's weird, but it's kind of like sim life or mannequins and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, back to the question. So, what's everybody's opinion on hentai?
wait a
On what?
minute. Everyone's opinion on what?
Hentai.
Oh, I'll let you go first, Emma.
Uh, hold tight. I don't. I
Wait,
probably seen bits and
don't know what
pieces.
that
Like
is.
I'm not a hentai fan.
Have you watched
So
like with that cute anime stuff? Like let's say damn it, what's the name of that damn anime I watched? Um, I know Redline has a bunch of fucking nudity in it. Hmm. Yeah. There's tons of freaking anime out there with that
Well, that
shit.
is
Like
true. I
they
agree with you on
flip,
that.
they take the anime and flip it, and like people be doing these drawings and shit. Like I'm like, and then bam, there goes hentai.
I know what
You
you're going
you
with.
you take your favorite, yeah, you take your favorite character and turn it into a porno.
oh
Pretty
no,
much.
I seen them do that with Teen Titans actually.
That's all over the fucking internet.
Yeah,
Please.
I'm just saying I just
And
seen it happen. But
Beast,
as far
Beast
as like
Boy and Beast Boy and Starfire, Robin and Raven, all that
but
shit. But
yeah, I haven't been able to really actually haven't
even
watched it.
hey,
I mean, I know of it, but I don't.
even Ben 10, which is kind of weird because they're cousins.
That doesn't matter. There's no more. Dude, you got to remember,
They
this is
sure
the internet.
don't.
There is no morals. Oh,
This is true though. It don't even matter. I was like, what?
yeah.
That motherfucker had Gwen and fucking Ben 10 like going at it. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
and
hmm
that shit gets real.
Dude, what are you talking about? I always tell everybody when you talk about the concept of hentai or something. First, I always tell everyone my first original that one hentai I was actually introduced to was like Blue Girl series. And I tell everybody, yes, it's an old series, but it gives you the truthful introduction to the concept of hentai and how to make storyboards using hentai. Oh my god. I tell everybody, you find that series and you sit down and watch it. I tell everyone, just remember, it's lewd and it's
Yep.
perverted, but it does not it actually has a fairly good storyboard line to it
That's
after
what I
you
was about
watch
to
it.
ask. Like, are there any of them that have good stories? Because I don't want to just look at it and that's all they're doing. Like, I want a good story with it.
Well, the old ones, some of them had a fair good story. Some of the new ones even have good
Black,
stories.
what
Heck,
was it? Was it Black Butler or something like
are
that?
you talking about
Something
Black
like that.
Bible?
Yeah, Black Bible. That
That
shit.
story, yes, that's another good story too. Night
That
Shift
shit
Nurse
was
was kind of
quite.
alright. Huh?
I said Black Bible is quite a show. I said,
Agree. It's on the absurdity level of Blade Blue Girl. I'll put it in that terms. Because there's
oh
some stuff in there you're like, huh? The creators came up with that idea of okay. I did
and
not see that coming.
there's still people that be up there trying to find be up there watching the first episode of Goblin Slayer. That shit was crazy.
Wait,
Hmm.
what's the
And,
name?
people get turned on by that shit too.
What's the name of it?
Goblin Slayer, but it only
Oh,
happened
that.
Oh
in
yeah, I
Oh
know which
yeah,
one
it
you're talking
only
about.
I
happened in
watched
the
it. I
first
watched the whole
episode.
series. The first episode after that, I'm like,
It,
okay,
it only
nothing else
happened
is
in the
happening.
first episode though.
Yeah, I know. Then the rest of it was like, okay, I thought they knew how to get people, how to draw people into that show.
Oh
The
yeah.
rest, the
Even
rest
though the
of
rest of
the
the show
rest
didn't
of
have any
Goblin
of that in
Slayer,
it, it was still
the,
good.
the rest of Goblin Slayer was good. I watched that whole shit.
Me
But
too. It
like
was
when you
good.
go on the internet, you find shit on there like there's a what they call it OVA.
OVA.
Yeah, I found that, and but it was like on it was on a website, like it's not posted anywhere, like and it's a out. I think it's like 40 minutes long, and these goblins basically like kidnap these girls and turn them into like fucking baby factories.
Turn them into what?
Baby factories.
Oh, got you, got you.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
So this is
Yeah,
another
I can't
version.
watch all. Something. It's more fan made, really, because
Oh yes, the
the
fan made
creators
stuff.
are
That's
gonna
when you
make
go
something
real
like
off
that.
the hinge.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't know
shit
nothing
was
about
it
that
was
one.
wild. They was fucking happy about that shit. I'm like, okay,
Interesting.
you'll be
Oh
alright.
yeah, when you get
But
yeah when you
like,
get into oh
if you read like the thing about Goblin Slayer in that first episode of why they put that in there, I was like, that's like goblins uh I guess having that for um like mages or some shit, like girls or whatever, and they want to humans
Dominate them.
make make good goblin babies or whatever.
Goblin breeders.
Yes, goblin breeders, yeah. And yeah,
So why can't they breed with their own?
there are no female goblins.
Ah, okay. Well, I guess they don't have any options then, do they? Have no choice but to go to the
Pretty much.
humans.
But that's the thing. The goblins are basically horny creatures. That's why they like fucking the first episode of that shit was like quite graphical. They didn't show much, but you kind of get the
They showed
picture.
enough.
You kind of get the picture. I mean, like, I think old girl died.
Okay. Dang. Like,
But
how do I
also
lead? How
goblins.
do I lead into my question after that? Like, my question's kind of boring
now,
compared to that.
besides that, I like Sailor Moon. Have you seen the new Sailor Moon?
What are you
No, I
talking
have
about,
not.
They
Crystal?
killed off all the Sailor Moon characters.
What's the name of it?
Sailor Moon something.
Crystal.
It's called
Yeah,
Sailor Moon
Sailor Moon
Crystals.
Crystal.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
Oh
only
no.
like 8 episodes too.
sounds about right.
Let me look it
Yep,
up.
and like Venus is gone, Mars is gone, is it Uranus is gone, Jupiter is gone, and even Sailor Moon, but her little sister is supposed to be taking over. I don't know how they're going to continue that, but
Wait, you talking about
they
her
all
daughter?
Yeah, Chibi Moon.
daughter, yeah, I don't know how they didn't want to continue that when all the other girls or originals got turned to dust. They all had
I
their
guess.
crystal power or whatnot, or universal power stripped from them, which took their physical form.
Oh, I guess they
Like,
want to focus on the
Interesting.
daughter.
yeah, and the daughter went to another timeline before Sailor Moon and her uh, people or whatnot
The
died.
scouts got turned.
Yeah, like it
Oh
was
man.
like some type of uh magic or something that they couldn't avoid, and they got like they try to block it or whatever. They automatically got turned into a crystal, and then their physical form just turned to dust.
Hmm.
Like they can't go back from that. And I think what was it? The galactic something. This is how you know Sailor Moon is turning into today's day and age. Okay, so there was these three characters in the show. They look like dudes, right? But when they do that transformation shit, and they kind of look like a new version of Sailor Moon, they are actually girls. Like they got the low cut hair and shit, but they
Are they called the
dress.
Outer Scouts?
I believe that's what they call them.
Yeah, that's in the original series too. But here's the kicker. All right, here we go. You have the original when you have the original American dub that goes all the way to we meet Uranus, all the way to Pluto and Saturn. Then they kind of stopped because they realized the transitioning is kind of the same thing with Dragon Ball franchise. There's a lot of stuff they're not willing to air in America due to the fact of either wording and stuff. Thus, okay, this one is my favorite one. I have to get away because anyone who got involved with Sailor Moon or eventually gets involved with Sailor Moon finds out this immediately. Because when I got involved with Sailor Moon when I was younger, someone told me this and it confused the living crap out of me. They said, you know about Uranus and was it Neptune, Uranus? They're like, yeah. I like when I was watching it, I was like, they're like sisters, but it's very, very weird, kind of incestual. Come to find out, you find out the Japanese version, they're lesbians. I'm like,
Yep.
But
oh.
that's what I thought when I seen it. I thought that's
I
what they
mean,
were when I seen it. They were
Well, the way
supposed to be
they
sisters.
no, they were supposed to be cousins or something like that, but it was like a weird kind of relation bonding that made it really, really kind of questionable. That's if you listen to the American adaptation, but you listen to the Japanese sub, then yes. But American version, it sounds very incestual.
yeah,
So I watched the American dub, and it sounds very incestual.
yeah, because definitely you don't get that from watching the subtitles.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay, I guess because back then. Wait, I'm trying to. So
I
back then, I
mean,
guess
even
they didn't
even
want to.
when you watch like dub anime, you can tell like you can tell the like the backstory, whatever was going on, from their English versions to the subtitle versions.
Exactly.
So
Because
the
some,
subtitle version made them sound like a couple, and you're saying the
yes,
English version made them sound like incestual.
yes.
Oh wow. Well, you know why? I think back then they didn't want it. They didn't want that in United States. Like it wasn't a well-known thing or well-accepted thing over here
Yep, you said the key
back
word. It
then.
wasn't well accepted, so they
Yeah, it
didn't want to
wasn't.
risk losing on it.
Exactly. So it's like it was better to have them sound ancestral than not that I'm saying that, but I'm just saying
No, no.
I think that they thought that well, it's better to have them sound ancestral than have them sound gay, which that sounds weird too. But
Either which way you put it, because it's like
anyway,
trying to say
it's
if you
weird.
want to shoot
It's weird
yourself in the
either
face
way.
on the
But I
way.
just know back in the day, that wasn't something it was accepted.
Oh, I know.
Well, here at least.
That's
I know
well,
other
yeah,
Like early
probably.
Dragon Ball Z when well, no, not Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball when Goku basically like the dub version of Goku basically um you could tell he was like messing with Chi Chi as they were kids, and he was like, "Oh, you're a girl. I thought you was a guy this whole time." I thought that was.
Yeah.
I didn't see that part.
Oh
You gotta watch
yes.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's where
I
you'll see
watched
that.
that since episode one all the way to the very end. That shit was
I didn't
wow.
get to watch the whole all of Dragon Ball. I only got to watch up to when they were introducing the Red Ribbon.
Oh, the Red Ribbon Army.
Trying to think
Yeah.
when did I get when did it stop? I forgot. Like I mean, I seen multiple episodes with the Red Ribbon Army, but I forgot the last one I got to see. But I didn't get to see all of Dragon
Did,
Ball.
did you see Android? What they call it? Android 18 when he
I don't
went
know. It was in
Super
Z.
18. Oh yeah, that was in Z. Yeah.
I'm about to
You.
say, I was say, wait a
Um,
minute.
the what was Android? The Android that died with caused Goku to go wild when he was a child. He
I
was an
know who you're talking
obsolete
about.
android.
I think it was a black giant, a
Mater,
black giant
Mater,
android.
Mater. What's his name?
Uh,
Mater.
Probably so.
Uh,
Major. Was this
I
was
think
this
his
in
name was
Dragon
Mater.
Ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a child, and that's when he shot Obi with the that was part of the Red Ribbon Army, and his Kamehameha went clean through. Now the machine that he was in was made to stop his Kamehameha, but the when he killed Mater, Goku's rage came out, and he let off the biggest Kamehameha that dude ever seen, and that shit went clear through his machine.
Okay, yeah. I don't remember that.
Like that shit, I was like, I got goosebumps when I seen that shit. I was like, oh shit.
Hey,
I get
okay.
goosebumps when I watch anime. I be like sucked into it, especially if it's something good.
I think you want to be an anime character.
Hey, if I could, I would.
Okay, so
Oh, right.
if you guys, if you ask a woman on a date who's paying the bill,
I ain't paying no bill.
Hmm.
No.
See, that's a really challenging one right there. Because I'm like, it's since is this the first date or a second date?
Okay, the first date, I ain't paying for both of us. The second date is a different story. But you know,
Yeah.
wait, so you're saying that the first date
especially if she
you're going
don't eat
Dutch?
all her food. Now I've been on a date where okay, I bought me and the girl food, right? But the girls didn't she didn't eat all her food. Now respectfully, I wanted to pay for the whole thing, but she paid for her portion only because she didn't eat all her food.
And this was the first date?
Yep.
For me, since I officially never really 100% had a date, well, I'm not going to go into explaining all my dating relationship scenarios. They were all very like off road, wild, crazy how they started, and then they fell apart just as fast as they came together. But to the key point, I first have to feel who I'm with and then see what their motive is before I go on a date. Because sometimes I see a lady and I think that it will work perfectly, but when I take a step out from what I'm seeing, I'm like, okay, she might be using me from the date because I can take her to a nice restaurant because I got the money. Now, if I'm feeling her and she's feeling me, I'm more likely leaning to pay for both of us just to show what kind of guy I am. But if I sense that for 1 minute that it's just one time thing, I'm like, let's just go Dutch because I rather have you pay for yours and I pay for mine. And at least you know that I'm not here because I'm going to be a wallet, in other words. Because there's been a lot of ladies in my past that have turned me from a potential boyfriend to wallet, and then it took the while to try to get
And
them to
the
go
bank account.
exactly. And then either I had to ghost them or yeah, mostly ghost them or have a long conversation with them that kept going back and forth until I get tired of them and then eventually I ghost them.
So
So usually
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue.
I
I
was like,
asked.
so usually I end up with a lot of ladies that I liked, but I had no choice but to ghost them because I could unfriend them. Problem is, some of them were able to find me still and give me trouble. But if I ghost him,
Hey,
huh?
they said you gonna pay this bill or pay me back. Okay, go ahead,
It's
continue.
not even. It's not even that. It's the fact that when they find out I'm that kind of guy, that if I'm into that lady, I'm willing to be that guy that they wish they had in their life. And then instead of valuing me as that guy, they see me as he can pay for everything. No, if you're gonna have me pay for
He got
everything,
guap.
and the relationship just become just me paying for everything, no feeling, no emotion until I start throwing my card out just to pay for stuff. It's kind of like this is not a date anymore. This is me doing transactions that don't really feel good. And then I had to ghost them eventually. Because sometimes if I try to unfriend them, it's no problem doing it. It's just if down the road or somewhere, they'll try to find a way to make it, oh, he did this, that, this. But if I ghost them, I can still see what they do and say. And when they start saying something negative, I'll come back and say, so really, would you let me to pull up the laundry list of things I did for you that you didn't want to say out loud? Oh, I have the receipts still. I even have them statements from when I did stuff for you. They go from
Oh my god.
talking to very quiet. I'm like, there we go. That's the reason why I don't unfriend those ladies, because if I unfriend them, they can say whatever negative stuff they want to, and they can get away with it until those friends that know her and me come back and say something. When they do, I'm like, well, she didn't know this, but here's statement one, statement two, statement three, statement four. They're like, she didn't say nothing about you taking care of like that until you got fat. And what did she get back to you? Can you get this? Can you get that? Okay, can we spend some quality time? I don't feel like it because I'm not this or that. I'm like, so you asked me to pay for this stuff, but you don't want to spend time with me. Yeah, I need to leave you or ghost you. Bye.
So, at what point do you say let's go Dutch? Do you wait till the bill, like it's time to pay the bill, or will you talk about it
I
before the
no,
bill?
no. For me, no, heck no. What I do is it's in the talking phase. If I'm talking with her and it's flowing, like I put in this sense, when I'm talking with her, we're enjoying each other. We're feeling the vibe. It's going back and forth. And it feels like it's going to be a potential something. I'm more likely to pay for that bill. But at the same time, in the past when I did that, if they were a really good actress, I would be the one getting shot in the foot. So lately, I think that's another reason why I'm reclusive now. Because of that big risk. I'll take and go on a date with you and pay for the movie or pay for the whatever. Like, really? Yeah. I got him. I'm like, oh, no. But if I find one that absolutely appreciates that, sure, no problem. But it's always tricky on the first date. Yeah,
So what you're saying is you do pay on the first date.
I'm
You
willing
are.
to.
So when you're not willing to, how does that conversation go? Are you like taking your last bite and saying, "Hey, we going Dutch, right?" I mean,
No,
like,
no, 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 no. It's usually after the first one. If I feel like they're using me before we even go, I'll tell them this is Dutch. They're like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah. And if they get mad, okay, guess what? You weren't sharing emotions back. I was giving it. I put in this term. When I start doing money to share or pay for stuff, that's when I'm starting to open up more to her, and I want her to do the reciprocal of opening back to me. I don't need her to always open up when I'm putting my card out. I need her to do it even when I'm not putting my card out. Because after I do the card and I start showing my emotions, the emotions are going to stay there. And if you could continue staying connected with the emotions, oh
so
God, that's like I tell a lot of ladies, if they can keep doing that without turning it into transactional, they'd be shocked with stuff I'll be willing to do for them after the relationship grows. Huh?
so like, how does it start though? Like, so when you say I like to take you on a date, is this when you already feel like you like there's a connection there,
Yes.
or okay, so you're not gonna. So what if there's no connection and you just want to go out to eat with somebody, and maybe not let's go out for a date, but hey, let's go out to eat. If you say that to a woman, let's go
Uh-huh.
out to eat. Um, and let's say it's not a necessary a date. Like, so when do you say let's go? Do you automatically say then let's go out to eat and go Dutch, or do you wait until that day, like before you
No, I
guys
would.
get
It's on the same
Lord.
day I ask. The same day I ask, I'm like, we're going Dutch, right? And I'm like, yeah. Or she'll say, I'll cover and you cover the next one. Okay, sure, no problem. Uh,
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
Gag on the
don't. I
back.
don't wait. I don't wait until you're sitting there in the restaurant. That's
wait,
just messed
wait till
up.
the bill comes. Like, yeah, we're gonna do Dutch.
No, no, I'm not that. I'm not that messed up. I've only had. I'll put it this way. I've only had a small number of people to try to do something like with that with me, and I didn't like it. I don't like doing it to anybody else. I don't care if the person tries to turn me into whatever you want to call it. I have too much respect for people and myself. So no, no, no. I would never do that to anybody.
So before y'all even get to the restaurant, you just automatically say, "Hey, we're gonna go Dutch."
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. If she gets mad, okay, guess what? You can keep on going. Heck, even before we get in the car and go, I would tell. And she says, okay, see you later.
Get out the car.
Pretty much. Because, I mean, like I said, if she and me are not vibing and we're not looking like we're going toward a direction of having a good relationship that would turn into something where we can create a family, this is, I mean, you can go back into my friend circle because I remember when a lot of guys used to talk about being put in the friend zone. I'm like, dear God, some ladies I had in the past that I like. Matter of fact, I'm gonna share one of my favorite stories. I was in school one day, and this was when I was in technical school, and I seen this one girl. She was attractive as all get out. I was like, she's cute. Unfortunately, since I know she's cute, no offense to all ladies, I'm just going to say I think she's pretty. And you know what I'm going to do? For the rest of the time, I'm going to talk with everyone else and you treat them normal. And with her, I'm going to kind of not really put that much energy in just to see what kind of lady she was. I said she was attractive. For the rest of that semester, she was waiting for me to try to just stand there and look at her and drool over her blade. She's so beautiful. And I came in, I'd say hi to everyone else, and I eventually might say hi to her at some point. But she kind of got a little annoyed after a while. I'm looking at her like, number one, you just showed to me you're kind of shallow because if you see me saying hello to everyone else, but not saying hello to you, it doesn't mean that I don't like you or I don't care about you or don't still find you attractive. The problem is, I see who you are right now. You're showing me that you want it to be about yourself. And at the end of the day, me in a concept of relationship, it shouldn't be about you. It should be about the person that's attracted to you as well as you. So if I come in and I don't say hello to you immediately, you should be on and walk up and say good morning to me, and I say good morning back. It shows reciprocation of attraction, which then to me shows me I should put a little bit more effort in. But if you're sitting there getting mad at me because I don't say hello to you at the beginning, it's kind of like, wait, I said hello and said you're nice or pretty looking, and now it's in your head, and now you're looking for me to be like a dog coming in like, yeah, hi, you're beautiful, you're pretty. No, no, I'm not putting my risk in there. And that's why I always tell everybody I sit and observe my environment, and if I see someone I find attractive, I observe and I interact with them, and then I see while we flow. If we flow really good, I'm very cautious because I've been tricked many times when I thought I was flowing good with some ladies. I even paid for some stuff, and then next thing I know, I become their ATM, and no more feelings are reciprocating. I'm sitting there like, what just happened?
So if you're at a restaurant and the the waitress gets her order, and then she gets your order, and she's like, how you gonna pay? How do
See,
you say to
see,
that?
right? Well, see, okay. If we already got past that point, and we're paying, I already got it secured. I'm going to be most likely paying on with my bank card or something like that. Boom, boom, it's over with. But since I already got to the part where we already made a decision, I already seen it what she is before going that far down the road. She needs to have her money ready, my money ready,
Well,
and only.
how would you say it to the waitress? Are you gonna
Oh,
tell
I'm
the
gonna
waitress
say
we're going
separate.
Dutch? Are you just gonna
Yeah, I
say
would say
separate?
separate. Mhm.
Oh,
Instant kill.
Well,
you
that
said,
is true. But that's only because I already see the relationship's not going anywhere. Now, if it's just friend relationship wise, where the word platonic, that's a whole different story. I could say separate. And if she takes offense to that, I'm sitting there like, aren't we friends? And she'll be like, wait, oh, that's right, we are friends. So you getting bent out of shape because your friend's not paying for you because I'm a male. That's weird. I didn't think we were at that level. Oh, that's the kind of feeling I would get. Now, if
you know
it's
what's
dating,
weird? I've seen like multiple situations where the woman feel well, okay, here's the first situation I've seen is where people feel like whoever asked to go out, they're
Uh-huh.
people assume that the person, whether you're friends or not, like if you ask to go out to eat, then you're
Uh-huh.
paying because you asked to go out to eat, which I don't agree with that, but a lot of people feel that way. They feel like if you ask to go out to eat, then they assume that you're paying.
And
And
that's why I have
then
a conversation about payment before we even go any further. Because I'm like, so who's paying? They're like, what do you mean who's paying? Because usually this is where the conversations come to an end.
who's
Because I'm gonna
paying?
stop you before you even make it emotional. Because I'm like, I've dealt with some people who I done okay, we're going out to eat, and then it's all of a sudden it turns into a whole debate when we're at the restaurant. Who's paying? I'm like, I don't pay for my piece. I already got my money. They're like, but when someone said I pay for me, I'm like, don't. Why didn't you say that beforehand before we left? I would have told you the answer if I had money to cover you or not.
I'm sorry, this sounds crazy. And then I've seen situations where women, not all women, but some women, they
Uh-huh.
feel like whenever they go out with a male, that whether they're friends or not, he's supposed to pay. I'm not one of those women, but some women, I've seen
Uh-huh.
women like that.
Uh-huh.
And to those women, if I ever meet one that wants to come friends with me like that and says that I have to pay, I'm gonna look at them kind of like, okay, so you want me to pay all the time we go to restaurants? Yeah. Guess what? This is gonna be your first and last time doing a restaurant run with me.
Would you say that to her just like that, or are you gonna like try to make it sound sweet? I don't know. You gonna like
No,
try to make it sound nice, or you gonna say
no.
it just
I'm
like
just gonna
that?
look at her quietly. I'm like, okay, in my head. And afterwards, every time she says we're going to a restaurant, I'm gonna tell her I'm not going. She
Now,
asked why. I'm not. I'm
what if you
not.
take her to, like, let's say you take her to the Olive Garden or something like that,
Uh,
and when she see you pull up at the Olive Garden, she's like, oh, so we not gonna go to Miami's or Red Lobster?
my
Wait,
response would be like,
I'm
wait, what?
confused. You're at Olive Garden. Why would you be going to Miami's or Red Lobster?
Because
And
Red
why didn't she say
Lobster.
anything about earlier?
Wait, you
Exactly.
saying she wants to go to all of them?
Maybe she's trying to assume that you know, but then when you pull up at Olive Garden,
The mind reading crap. God no.
Well, well,
yeah,
well, well. I'm confused. Wait. What's the question? Wait, what is it?
basically you take her somewhere that she don't think that you would take her, like you supposed to automatically like know where she wants to go, but you're trying to impress her by taking her somewhere nice. And like the Olive Garden is nice, but she ends up going off saying, "Hey, why don't you take me to Red Lobster instead?"
Oh, now see, I feel like this. I, I prefer to have a conversation first. You know what I mean? Like if somebody
Like if I
was
say, "I'm like, look, I'm gonna take you somewhere special."
now that's different. Now if someone's like just outright just saying, "Hey, I'm gonna pick you up, I'm gonna take you somewhere nice," then that's different. You know what I mean? And I want to be like, okay, well, I mean, if they're taking me there and they're paying for it, then let's go. But
Like I seen this video where this dude basically took like this girl basically went live because this dude took her to the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember that video.
yeah, that shit
so
was
so what happened?
crazy.
Oh, that's hilarious. Go ahead, man. You go ahead and tell the
So,
story.
he took her to the Cheesecake Factory and she was going off on like basically saying like uh she could have took him what was it?
Basically, in something where she dressed up all thinking like she's gonna go to one of those restaurants where it's like hundreds of dollars you're putting money into, like one of those restaurants where you pay absurd money. You may get like small portions because it's really fancy or it's just really expensive. But he took her to Cheesecake Factory because he thought that was a good restaurant, really good restaurant. But in her mind, she thinks that's below par for dating or first time dates. In my opinion, I think the Cheesecake Factory is up there with the rest of the restaurants. If it's a restaurant, it looks nice, it's presentable, it's comfortable, it feels like a safe space for me to be with a lady that I'm trying to make and turn into a relationship. Then yeah. But if you're gonna go all ballistic because it's a Cheesecake Factory and not some restaurant where I'm paying like almost close to $200 for both plates, um, okay. Why you think? What you think? Ooh, every guy rolls with money. This is matter of fact, you got me started. There's another video out there right now where a lady said, "Okay, we can go on a normal day the first day, but the second day, I'm going to have you take me to the dealership so you can get me a car from
What?
Mercedes." I'm
Oh,
sitting there
get out of
quiet,
here. That's
like
real.
I'm sitting here quiet, like, lady, do you not realize two things that you done did? One, if he doesn't know where you live. Because y'all might have came in separate cars and met at a nice location. He'll now know where you live. He's gonna have to somewhat know your finances, regardless if he's the one paying for it or not. Because it's gonna always have to be a co-signer, so he'll know your finances, where you definitely work at. He'll know your social security number because guess what? Your social security number is usually put on paperwork with car finances and all that stuff. So that's a huge gamble is you want to do that, but at the same time, I think it's extremely stupid if a guy does that on a second date with a woman to buy her a car and put his name on it. No, no. So it goes to the same thing with the restaurant. Think within reasons, some of y'all out there. A cheesecake factory, a donut shop, or even a coffee shop is not a bad place for a first date. You don't need to blow the bank. It's basically for me as a guy, it's me getting to know her. Heck, there's a lot of times some ladies I take out to places or go to places with, and either she might pay or I might pay. And it's just for us to get to know each other more. And the more we grow, the more better the relationship grows. If it becomes a relationship, awesome. If it becomes a friendship, even better. Because I get to learn more about what makes me attracted to ladies and make me give more of an insight on what things connect with me and what things don't connect with me so I
But
can eventually find the right lady that might be the one for me. But
but
all
then
the ladies are friends
again,
with it.
but then again, I do want I do think it's good to let the person know where you're taking them so they know so they can be prepared. Because I'm
Uh-huh.
a type I don't like surprises. I just don't. And then I'm
All
picky. I'm a
right,
picky
another
eater.
one.
And
Very
see my thing
picky.
is that's my thing. Like my thing is here but see you said earlier you went out to eat with someone, they barely ate their food. So what if you take them to let's say you took them to Red Lobster, but they don't like seafood? You can't get mad at
Ooh,
them if they don't eat their food if they don't like
true.
seafood. Or what if they're allergic to it? You know what I mean? I think
Yeah,
it's good. I think it's good to let them know, say, hey, I want to take you out. How do you feel about Olive Garden? You know what I mean?
exactly.
Let them know. I feel like you should
See,
inform the
see, I
person. You
don't.
know what I mean?
See, I don't say nothing about where we're going. That's why I asked, "What's your favorite food and what food you don't like?"
Yeah, yeah, there you go. That's a good thing to do. Like what kind of
But
stuff do you
I don't
like
ask
to
them what
eat?
restaurant they like.
That is true. That's another safety protocol there. Because if you focus on what they like to eat to what they don't like to eat, then you can cater to restaurants that are could be expensive to restaurants that kind of are expensive to restaurants that aren't that expensive.
And also ask them what restaurants they do like and which ones they don't like because I know for me, I don't because I have negative experiences with Ruby Tuesdays.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to go there. It's not about price. It's just I've had negative experiences and I don't want to go there. You
Like
know what
they
I
make a
mean?
nice rare steak.
So I mean, I like I said, so I prefer to know where we're going. It's not about the price for me. It's not like, oh, you're taking me here and it's cheap. No, I mean it's just I do want to know where we're going. Because I'm not into surprise, especially when it's we're gonna go out to eat somewhere and I'm like, well, dang,
Hmm.
I don't even like this food. You know what I mean? But then I mean, at that point, I would just pay for myself anyway, especially if I'm not going to eat that much, because I don't want it to be a situation where he's paying for food and I don't like the food, and then he's feeling
They're
some
like, you
type of
gonna
way
eat
'cause
that? Let
I
me
like
get that.
the food. So
See,
like
that's
I, I
one
just believe,
sided
I just
too.
believe in being considerate. Like I don't I put it this way: if you know I like the restaurant, there's another thing. Like if you know I like the restaurant, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna take you somewhere, let's go out. and then you take me there and you
Mm-hmm.
know I like that place, that's different. But if it's a situation where you don't know if I like the place, and then you're just saying we're gonna go somewhere and I don't know, and I don't know where it's at, don't you know if I like it, don't know nothing about it, and then you're surprising me with it, I'm like, now what if what if you're taking me Ruby Tuesdays? You know what I'm saying? You didn't tell me you was taking me Ruby Tuesdays.
See, okay,
And
on that
it's
part,
like, you know what I mean? So like I think communication is a big thing. So for me, it's not about the price of the restaurant. It's more so about like, do I like their food? You
okay,
know
see
what I
that.
mean?
See, you give another perspective that I like, and that's one of the parts of my my long screening process. See, some ladies they don't realize when they get in my circle sometimes. There's some that I instantly will turn into friends because I get the sensation this is not going anywhere. And then there's some that I sense there may be a chance and I just feel how it goes. And once I feel it might become a relationship, then I slowly start to get to know them more, get to find out their likes, their dislikes. And if they mention restaurants, all of a sudden it gives me a better understanding because see, in today's world, I have realized that I've watched a lot of young guys who just like I find her attractive. I'm gonna go out with her instantly. I'm like, dude, that's nice and stuff, but you also got to be careful because there are some ladies who can know how to play good sheep game. Just like there's guys out there who know how to play good sheep game. They know they if they act like one way, you're more likely to lower your guard. So when you decide to jump right into something thinking it's gonna work, you just stepped right in a trap. I've experienced it myself. I've seen this one lady. I thought she was all the things I met. I was like, okay, let's turn into a relationship, and I did. Oh my gosh. Was I sorely mistaken? I live by one song. I'm trying to remember. I think it was New Edition. If I ever fall in love again, I'm gonna make sure she's a friend. I like that makes sense because if I have a friend relationship with her and it gradually switches over from friendship into dating, then she and me already kind of have a rapport with each other. We already kind of know how we feel about each other, and we feel our feelings are growing towards that direction. So, at this point, we already have acknowledgement of what places we like to eat, what things we don't like to eat. So, it's not so hard. I know some people are like, "Well, you should have jumped into it." I've tried doing that, like I said, and I got burnt, or I somewhat got burnt, or it started going smoothly, but like a glider going off a cliff, it went smoothly, then the winds went rough, and then the glider just went straight down into the ground. So I'm like, I'm gonna go a slow burn bill. If it's meant to become something more awesome, if not, she's just another friend. Okay, never kills to have more friends.
I think everyone's learning that it's better to be friends first before you jump into a relationship. You gotta be friends first. You gotta know know enough about that person to decide like, hey, I think, we might be a match. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like you can't just meet someone just because you're physically attracted to them and vice versa. Oh yeah, let's be a couple. But
Exactly.
then you don't know what their personality is like. You gotta have a mental and a physical connection. Can't just be
Exactly.
physical,
Oh,
and it can't be
exactly.
just mental either. Because I mean, for some, I know people that think that's possible, but no, it's you need to have both. Unless
Exactly.
unless you're just somebody that's just looking for money and you're willing to marry anyone that has it. I'm just saying. But to me, if you want
Yeah.
a successful relationship, you need to have both. And in order to have that, you gotta get to know that person first. Be their actual friend. Like
Hmm.
I noticed that relationships that start off on that usually last longer than you just meet this person at the grocery store one day and all of a sudden because you both think you know each other's cute. Hey, let's be a couple. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? So
Oh god, I've seen those fly and burn so fast. It's kind of sad but hilarious at the same time because it's like, what did you know about that person before you jumped into the relationship? That she was pretty, or she would say he was pretty. I'm like, and then what did you learn after you got in a relationship? This. And they have like a laundry list. I'm like, and thus, that's why you take it slow, because then you see the laundry list, and then you can ask yourself, what things will he or she change if we got in a relationship, and what will I be willing to change while I'm in this relationship?
and the
If
other
we
thing
go,
you have to look at also is you have to look at that person's flaws and be like, okay, is this something that I could deal with long term
exactly,
if it doesn't change? You know,
exactly.
because you can't, I hate, I mean, I don't like to, use, frequent sayings, but leopard doesn't change the spots. You know what I mean?
That
Like
is
Wait, what?
people only change so much.
exactly.
Never heard that one before. I
You
heard.
know,
I heard. Um. Panthers are always black.
well, true.
What? But what is that supposed to be?
The same as what you said.
Yeah, but
Oh, okay, okay. I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, it's coming.
Interesting.
It's out there.
Well, it is now.
that is true.
uh, so next question: would you rather have a level 10 itch or level 8 pain?
Ew.
Pain. I have very high pain tolerance.
I've experienced an itch that was bad and pain. The question is, phew, how long do I have to experience either one?
Okay. Uh, 24 hours.
I'll take the itch.
I take the pain.
Hmm. Maybe not 24 hours. Let's say
I've
12
I've endured
hours.
I've endured pain for 72 hours before. So
You have
what's
the pain.
24?
Okay,
You
so
pretty much. I mean, yeah, if you can endure it that long, it's awesome. But the part I'm thinking about is the initial start of the pain, where the itch you do get slight relief, even though you're scratching it. And when you stop scratching, the itch does come back. So it's like every time you keep scratching it, the itch is supposed to be kind of sort of going away. That's what I'm thinking about. But if the itch is going on while I'm scratching and the relief is not going away, like each time I'm rubbing the itch area, then the pain and the itch are about equal. So it's pretty much do the same like what the gag would do is go to the pain because the pain after a while your nervous system gets fried after a while and all that you know is the pain. Whereas
so gag is pain, no man X is itch.
uh
No
Would you
man
have pain?
itch and gag on pain. All right, got you. I don't know what I would do though when I think about it. Like when I think about both
Choose
of them,
pain.
and I think about it like it's a good question because I can't even answer it myself. um, maybe I don't like itching though. I've had
Well,
itches that wouldn't go away. I'm trying to think.
I unfortunately experienced
Man.
both, so that's the reason why I can
That's what
kind
I'm
of sort of
saying.
say that.
I experienced both, but dang, it's like I don't know which one I would take over the other. I'm gonna say 12 hours. So for 12 hours, I I guess I'm gonna have to go with the itch because I've been in extreme pain before, and it's like I can't stand either, but I don't think I could take the pain. So I'm gonna go with the itch.
I could take the
Okay.
pain.
And I was
Okay.
gonna say with gag, like I said, I can understand where gag's coming from because if you're enduring pain long enough, this is something I learned from the last few times I was in an extreme amount of pain. Your nervous system fries out from the pain, and eventually you're in pain, but as long as you don't move the area that hurts, your nerves are fried just enough that it kind of sort of disappears until something touches it. Once it's touched, then it ignites like a wildfire.
Very much.
So, um, would you rather have a human or a robotic doctor? Or- Like, if you had to have an operation, I mean, I know they use
Human.
robots and stuff now, but okay, me too. I want human. What about you, no man? You want human or robot?
Here's where the geek in me is about to come to play.
No,
All
come
right.
on, man.
No, 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 no. Wait. The geek's got to come into play so you understand where I'm coming from. The
Okay.
reason why I would go with roboticry is if it's been inspected beforehand and it's at top working efficiency, because then I know that it's going to have all the system programs that do everything pinpoint precise down to the micron. Whereas if a doctor, a human being, if they're there assisting the robot, if something goes wrong, they can turn off the robot and then troubleshoot the issues. Unless that robot has artificial intelligence, which gives it the ability to predict worst case outcomes, so it can then react to anything that goes wrong with its micro precision. Now, if it does not have the micro precision program with its or AI, I'll stick with a doctor, because
The
the
human.
doctor, at least, yes, the human, because the human is going to have the ability to react still, whereas the robot, if it does not have AI to allow it to give it a catalog of reaction plans, it's just going to continue, and I'm probably going to be dead at the end of it. Whereas a doctor, he's going to realize I screwed up or she has screwed up, so I need to do this to keep the patient alive. Okay, awesome. But
So
if
as
the
long as
robot
there's
has AI
AI,
in it,
then you want the
yes,
robot.
yes,
Okay.
because as long as it's got its updates and everything going good, it means that it's going to do the surgery precise, accurate, repeatedly over and over. The odds of my chances of something going wrong will probably be so minute that it's insane. But if it does not have AI and does not have that precision, give me a human. Period.
Okay. So, uh, dang, I done like lost my. Okay, do you
Sorry.
believe in sparing the rod or no when it comes to disciplining a child?
Wait, what?
Do you guys believe in spanking children if they were your
Thank you.
children?
Yeah, they did something wrong.
Well,
Hands
yeah,
down.
but
I'm
not
taking
just
my
spanking
belt
for
off.
the not just spanking for the heck of it. I mean,
Yeah.
if
Oh,
they
don't
do
worry.
something
It's gonna
wrong,
hurt
you
me
believe
more
in
than it
you
hurts
believe
them. Okay.
in spanking or no spanking. That's what I should have said.
It's gonna hurt me more than it hurts them. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
Yeah,
that is
right.
true. Well, I put
I
it in
don't want
this
to
term.
do it, but I got to.
Nah,
Well,
you
yeah.
want to do it, gag. You want to do it.
I'm going to put it in the terms I put it best, and this is something my nephew would agree to if he was here sitting right now. And this is a true story. I wanted to spank him one time to stop him from messing with something. And I learned two things. I could spank the child, and the child will understand that they keep doing it. They're going to get a spanking. And sometimes, and I know it sounds wrong, I warned him and I wanted to spank him, but he chose to want to be hard headed and touch a hot iron after I told him multiple times not to and slapped his hand a couple times. And I was like, you know what? As much as it's gonna hurt me, I'm gonna let him experience it. He touched it, and ever since then, anytime he hears his uncle tell him don't do it, he thinks about that hot iron when he touched it. And after I told him so many times and spanked him once or twice, and he lets every other person, any other person underneath me know that his uncle don't joke. When he looks at me, he tells them, "You see how my uncle's looking? Uh huh." They're like, "He's not joking. He's being serious. And if you decide to go and put yourself in jeopardy, he's gonna let you get yourself so dangerously close to what could hurt you that I will grab and yank you physically out of the area." So back to the spanking. I think spanking, if it effectively helps change a child from putting themselves in danger, yes. But if the child has, like we said earlier, a high threshold of pain, sometimes you're gonna have to find a new form way of how to discipline a child. Sometimes having them stand on the wall, sometimes find something that will get to them. So I would say yes, corporal punishment isn't bad. It's just if you just go around and you just spank the child for no freaking point of reason, then I have an issue. But if the child's acting up like a bad behind child and you need to discipline him, go for it. I ain't stopping you. And am I down for for corporal discipline with spanking? I'll spank a child in a heartbeat. If you give me permission.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
like, oh damn. Where did my belt go? Why is it in my hand? Oh, you know
Oh
what
no.
time it is.
Oh, you gonna make a joke about it when you dang. Oh, it's gonna be on that ass. Dang.
Yeah, my belt gonna come off like Pootie Tang. I'm telling you, you
Okay.
get one chance. Because in the world, you
So
get zero.
let's
Exactly.
how do y'all feel about older men dating younger women?
Hey, I have no quarrel with that.
Like,
And
let's say
see,
the guy is like 50 and the woman's like 20. Do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
Now, when you reverse it, I have when I was around my ages of like 22, I dated I would say dated, but yeah, dated a woman that was in her 50s.
mhm.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, but if you reverse it, how do you feel about
Nothing wrong with that.
it?
I
Okay.
agree too, because I'm gonna be truthful. Even though I'm not married, I have gotten involved with ladies that were older than me, yes. And I've even gotten involved with potentially ladies who were younger than me. At first, I felt weird about it until I was around family members. They looked at me like, dude, you're not getting any younger. And if you want to have children, you're most likely going to have to get with someone who's younger. I'm like, that makes sense. But it still feels kind of weird as I'm getting older. They're like, true. But it goes back to the statement I said earlier. If she and me are clicking, shoot. And if I see an older man clicking with a younger woman and they're happy with each other, I live by this one rule. If you're both happy with each other, no one has an issue with it, go for it.
Facts.
Okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna revert back to one of my old questions
I
that
hate
I just can't get over. Uh so I already asked Gag this, but I haven't asked you, no man. So
Go ahead.
do you think it's okay to date the sibling of a sibling?
I feel like we went over this.
We did, Gag.
Wait.
I didn't
To
ask no
date
man
a
that.
sibling of a sibling?
Like, let's say it's a half sibling, like it's your half sibling, and then because you're only halfway related.
So
Let's
you
say
dating your half sister.
yeah, like think
Okay.
about it. Like for instance, okay, let's say you and this person share a mom, but the
Uh-huh.
same sibling shares a dad with this other person.
Okay, let me put it in this term. So what you're saying is, for instance, if I have a sister and we have the same mother,
Mm-hmm.
but her dad has a child with someone else that makes that child sibling with my sister.
But not you.
So I see
Okay.
no problems with it
Okay.
because
Finally.
genetically
Finally.
speaking, we're not connected.
Thank you. I'm just saying, like everybody, even at work, and even Gag, and everyone's like, "Oh no, that's still family." but but
Now what
but
about second cousin?
but
I mean, if it's let me put it in this terms. Since the fact that her dad is not my dad, biologically speaking, and trust me, there's a reason why I can say this because it's actually something that happened in my family tree. There's not going to be a birth defect if the child is formed with that coupling. That's the key thing I'm thinking about because I
well,
actually
that's what
have.
I think about. But I think other people, when I ask them that, they're not thinking about defects. They're thinking about how's the family gonna feel about it and all that stuff. Like they're not really thinking about, well, it ain't gonna really hurt if we reproduce together, but it's not gonna look right. They think it looks wrong.
Well, see. Okay, here I'm going to give a true thing about my family tree. Here we go. Brace yourself.
I'm bracing.
There's two
Brace.
twins, and these two twins happen to meet two other twins. So they
Okay.
get married, which then in turn makes them technically, I think, what is it? My mom put it this way: their uncle aunts are uncle aunts, and I think cousins are first and second at the same time, first and second. So by default, if I was to think that someone who is my sister, who's my half sister, who has a sibling that's not related to me by blood, and I get in a relationship with her, and unfortunately, I'm gonna leave it alone right there because if any of my family members figure out that I'm actually talking about some of them that actually done something like this, they're like, I can't believe you remember that crap. But anyways, and they chose to settle down and sleep with each other, and a child is formed. The only thing rest of my family would say is, okay, we got a new relative that brings this person now officially fully into the family tree because they had a child with the other person that once wasn't really connected to the family because they weren't connected by blood, but due to the fact that they got pregnant by one of the people that's in our bloodline, brings them now officially into the bloodline stream. So now
Like
welcome
basically
to the entire
combining
blood star
families.
stream. Yeah. So basically, it's basically bringing the whole circle, bringing an incomplete circle to a complete circle now, making it connected. Even though now for the next generation, it's going to be slightly technically confusing, but it's still going to somehow make logical sense. Trust me, I've had enough mental gymnastics in my family tree. If I wasn't talking about most of them, you'd be like, that's why you could think like that. Yes, because I got multiple migraines on both sides of the tree. I'm only sharing one story I still remember vaguely because the other ones my brain gave up when they started explaining to me because they were explaining how they were related, how they were interrelated, connected, and unconnected, and connected. I'm just
Jesus.
standing there like, I don't want to know anymore. Just tell me that they're related to me. Just say they're related. Just say related. Don't tell me that they're cousin. Don't give me the number. Just say related. Oh, you're related. Cool. Nice to meet you, relative. Nice to meet you, relative. Why are you not gonna ask any more questions? Because the last time I asked a question, I couldn't think straight.
So with that being said, do you think it's appropriate to date a step sibling?
That is very interesting. I mean,
So
it
you
would
have
freak the
two different
parents out,
situations.
but
Like, let's say your mom married this person's dad, but y'all
uh-huh.
weren't raised together.
Uh-huh.
Would that be wrong?
My
Or
family is very weird.
do you think it would be wrong?
Let me warn you now. My family, after I've learned that many years, is very weird. So, upon that, if the mom and dad can the two couples got married to make the step sibling and the step siblings live together can get past the fact that they decided to turn themselves into a relationship that involves them wanting to get married and have children. If the parents can't make it past that first hurdle, yes, I can see that being accepted. The reason why is because I'm just gonna leave it like that. I've had enough stories in my family tree to lead me to this point. They may not. I mean, yes, they originate from the South area and went up north, but long story short, they did enough Southern stuff for me to say this. Nothing surprises me anymore. So I've heard rumors of step siblings that fell in love, got married, and all that stuff, had children, they're happy living. And then the kids eventually, as they get older, when they learn that, they're kind of like, so y'all are step siblings. Yes. Which means our parents got married, which allowed us to be basically sibling in because of marriage. But I fell in love with your mom, even though she's actually my stepsister and I'm her step brother. And they're like, okay.
So, but how do you feel about it though?
Truthfully, humanity is a very weird species, and I gave up a long time ago.
You said
So if it
what?
makes you happy, I said humanity is a very weird
Humanity.
and crazy
Okay.
species. So I gave up. So if it makes them happy, go for it.
Gag,
I'm
you
Ooh,
not
think it's
freaked
I
out.
wrong?
got a good question here. Are we
Okay,
still
what's the
on?
okay?
All right, so I was watching this show back in the day. It's called Shannon or something like that.
Hmm.
And basically, the question is: would you date a woman that is the same age as you, but stuck in a 8-year-old body?
Oh Jesus, that's
Heck no.
This
Well,
is
well.
this is a true. This is that right there
Oh yeah, I've
is
seen
true.
that. I've seen a documentary on a woman like that. Like she's grown, like she's grown as
She
far as age, but she looks like a
at the
kid.
age. So this story of this one girl, she at the age of 8, well yeah, at the age of 8 she had a tumor in her brain, like a cancer tumor or whatnot in her
uh
Hey,
brain.
is
huh.
she Caucasian?
And no, she's white.
That is
Hey,
gag.
where I come from, we say the word white.
But you know what I mean. Like that's what I
It's
meant because I'm wondering if it's the same documentary that I seen because
not.
it
It's not a documentary. It was a show.
was it on
This is
TLC.
yeah. This was a show.
Well, you know me,
Um.
show documentary. I'm just saying it was based
uh,
upon
yeah.
a lady. Technically, she's a lady as far as an age, but she stopped aging. You know, when she got to a
Yeah.
certain point in her life, and she looked like a little girl, but
Yeah.
she was grown. I mean,
Yeah.
legally
She had
grown,
a
but she looked
she
grown.
had a tumor. She had a tumor in her brain that affected her growth. So it's her growth stopped at the age of 8.
Man, I'm sorry, but I know she's legal and all, but it just don't look right. It don't
I
look
go
right.
with
And
that statement. That's a very challenging situation because now we're leaning to one word that I'm not going to say out loud.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna look like a
And
straight up predator, man. I'm just gonna say it like
yeah,
that. I don't say the other P word, but it's not gonna look right.
but just imagine how hard her dating life is,
I thought about that
how
because I
much
think
she
it's the
longs
same.
for a relationship.
It's the same. Look, I thought the same thing when I seen her because I bet it's the same girl or lady that you're talking about that I seen.
Like I seen some
I said,
episodes
how could she get in a relationship with
like
somebody without it looking like that?
her parents were so overprotective because they were afraid of her going out into the world. But
And not
she
only
was
that,
living.
she
She was.
sound innocent too. Like she had a little girl voice at that too. That's another thing.
I mean,
oh dear God,
she still has her 8-year-old body
Yeah,
and voice. And get this, she can't have kids because her body never developed.
never
but
matured enough for it.
but see, the thing about that is, if a guy gets with her, my thing is, if he looks at her and finds her attractive, what's that saying about him?
That is true.
Yeah, pedophile.
Yeah,
Hey,
I wasn't going to say the word, but you said it.
dang man,
Hey, I'm like Deadpool. Hey, it just flows out of me.
man, don't let too much flow out. Don't do too
True.
much. but
Hey, you know what Deadpool did to all them dudes in that hospital?
hey, look, man, I don't know. Look, let's stop it. I don't know. Don't say it. Anyway. But anyway, yeah, that's, I mean, like, people are talking about, oh, you can't date family members because they don't look right. But how does that look though? Getting with
But
True.
someone
like,
that looks like
did
they're
you see that
5.
episode? Did you see that episode where she went on a date with that one dude?
Oh
And
No, no, I
Lord.
didn't. I think I only looked at
find
one
it
episode.
he did find it weird because like you saying, she looks like a little girl. You
Oh
know,
no, man,
like
no.
you won't be walking around with your girlfriend and everybody think it's your daughter.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh, man.
that's what deterred me completely. Is okay. No offense to people who are really short or whatever they're classified as. I mean, I can get along with them, talk with them, but can I ever see myself in a relationship with them? If their body development doesn't show any maturity to it, no, I can't. Well, if they show some maturity in their development of their body, I can see it working somewhat, but I'm still gonna feel a little awkward because it makes me feel like that P word that I don't like relating it to, but it feels like it. So that's why I feel there we go. There's my confliction.
Are you
If
talking
you
about
look
the?
or yes, you know which one people I'm talking about. And I'm not shooting them down. I respect them because they're people just like us. It's just attraction wise, it'd be a lot more challenging. Now, if personalities click enough, okay, you're about to make it probably a big transitional dot formatting for me. But if they have the body and they sound like an 8-year old, oh my God. Every time I feel it clicking, I'm just going to start freaking out like, oh my God. Oh my
I
God, I'm
couldn't
freaking
That
even.
is a
out.
good
I wouldn't
question,
even.
Gag. That's a good question. Go ahead, Gag.
I wouldn't even be able to get past the body part.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if I was somehow to click with her, she found a way to click with me without me first knowing and then I meet her, then that body issue would start clicking. That's why I say
Yeah.
for the 8-year-old body and voice, everything, that was freaking me out immediately.
Okay, so question:
So
what if she got
wait.
fake boobs? Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. Here's a true story. There was a lady I've seen online. I was talking with her when she called when we made a phone call. The way her voice sounded made it sound like she was like a grandmother's age, and I was freaking out because I was like, "Am I talking to a really, really old lady?" And
Oh,
when I got to do a video chat with her and I heard her voice and seen her, I was like, "Okay, my brain is freaking the H out because your voice sounds much older than you look."
oh my goodness.
She was about our age, but the way her voice sound made it sound like she was much older, so it threw me off. So I was really mentally freaked out. So I tell anybody, if you heard her voice on a phone, you would think she was an old lady, but when you see her, you'll be like, "Wait, hold up,
Oh yeah,
that voice?"
I know girls like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm one
So it's
of them.
like,
Shoot, that's me. That was actually told to me. Someone said, "I
hmm,
thought you was young until I heard your voice."
Okay, when you still sound young.
Yes, I agree.
Well, I
Ugh.
appreciate that, but yeah, I was like, cause I mean, all throughout my life, I knew I had like a deeper voice,
You
but
got like
yeah.
a cute, deep voice.
Oh well,
We'll
thank
go
you.
with
I
that.
appreciate that. But that's a good question, Gag, because I seen that I only seen one episode of that, and I was thinking to myself, I said, how could she get in a relationship? So I did think that. I did wonder that.
Yeah,
That's
she went on a couple of dates. I don't know how she's doing now, but she did move out of her parents' house. Her parents finally, like, she finally talked her parents into letting her move out of the house. Now her two older sisters are normal size.
but wait, what about this?
Like
What
she
if it
went
was your
okay, so she went to a bar, right?
uh-huh.
This would like basically irked her nerves.
Oh
But I mean,
yeah.
it's understandable. She went to a bar, sat at the bar, and the lady behind the bar literally told her that there are no children allowed at the bar. But she has tattoos all over her, piercings all over her, and she even gave her an ID card, which the lady thought was
Was
fake.
fake. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Dang.
that, like, the shit that she has to go through every day is probably painful on her.
Well,
So
I can
let me ask you
imagine.
this. What if she was your daughter? How would you feel if she brought home a man? Even though
And
she's legally of
she
age.
probably wouldn't be able to date until I was dead.
What about you, no man?
I'm gonna be truthful with you. I'm so emotionally conflicted and confused. I won't even know how to respond. Instead, to sit there and be like, processing, processing. I don't know where to start. I mean, I can start with yes, she looks like a little girl. So is the guy in love with her because of her size and what she sounds like, or is he in love with the actual person that's behind the stuff? If he is, I'm impressed. But if he isn't, I'm mad. Which
Oh,
now
I'll be
means that I
asking
got,
some questions.
of course.
I'm not asking nothing. I'm gonna be like, yeah, in my mind, you're a straight up P. Like, what do you? I mean, do you see what she look like,
I'm
sir?
be
Do you
like,
see what she looks like?
my first question to him is gonna be like, you know what happens to pedophiles, right?
Dang, man.
I'm gonna still keep it sensitive on that word because I know how some sites are with that. But
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Be careful with that. Yeah, probably not say the whole thing. Just say P
yeah,
gag.
yeah, that's what we've
Be
been
on
Okay,
the safe
saying too.
side.
pedos.
Yeah, let's say the key word. For me, the
Yeah.
reason why I say that is okay. For instance, since she's my daughter, I had to train myself to acknowledge, even though she looks like an 8-year old, she is a grown woman inside of an 8-year old's body, which then means that I have to still respect her as a grown woman. It's just now I have to try to make the transition of when I finally respecting her for her age to letting her live her life and as she bring people in, what are their hidden agendas? It's kind of like how okay, I've been friends and I deal with people who have autism spectrums are high and low. And sometimes when I see them get friends, I always ask the question, what is the objective of this person? Are they truly trying to be their friend or are they trying to find a way to take advantage and use them in a way to get something that they're not supposed to get from this person that has a disability? And that's kind of the way I would be looking at my daughter. Even though she's mature, her body looks like a child. And now I have to question the men, or heck, even sometimes the women that are around her, are they there because they like her as a person, or are they like her because she, as an adult, that's in a kid's body? And if they manage to talk her in the right way, they can get away with some things that they know they couldn't get away with other persons that have that same kind of body configuration, I should say.
See, she would need a dad like you because I couldn't deal with it. I would not be okay with it at all. I'd be like, no, I don't know what you're after. I don't know what you're into because I'm just saying for you to look at this person and be any kind of attracted says says something about you. I ain't gonna,
I know where
says
you're coming
it
from.
says
It's
it says
just
that you're a predator.
really
I'm sorry.
freaking
Like
challenging.
I can't
It's just like
see. I can't
because
see.
even yeah,
Go
because
ahead. Go
as you're
ahead.
saying this, I'm gonna say even though you're saying this, even though it sounds like I'm awesome, it's basically like the person's gonna be on trial every day of their life with me because until they fully somehow show proof that I can absolutely 100% trust them and think that that's what their intention is, I'm still going to always be questioning every day, every minute. And you told me she can't have children, so it's like even more questions because it's like, okay, are you really, if I really see that there is an actual bond of communication that is growing, okay. But if it just looks like he's there because she meets certain criteria of his dark, sinful needs, get gone. Okay, get out. I don't even want to see your face anymore. I might even report you to the police afterwards. But if you show me that
Wait
you
a minute.
are
How can you
trying
report him to the
to
police?
connect with her
She's legal.
emotionally, no, no, no. What I'm saying is because if he's there for the structure of her outer appearance, yeah, I'm not officially creeped up. But if he shows to me every day to a point that it gets nauseating that he is in love with what's behind all of that, eventually at some point, I may eventually start downgrading my judgment with him as time progresses. I put in that turn to a point that I might not even recognize or even think about it anymore. Yeah, everyone else will be freaked out, but that's because he's passed my test so many freaking times that I'm tired of testing him. But majority from the get go all the way till they that challenging part's gonna be the word marriage because I'm like, all right, she got a job, yeah, she got tattoos and all this stuff, but is that the reason because you like the person that's in this body or the outside?
Well,
Ugh,
well, look at
it's
you trying to.
challenging.
Oh damn!
Wow.
I just read up on her. She did at the end of the her season. She did get pregnant. But
Oh my God.
the baby did not survive childbirth
Oh,
Oh
that
my
sucks.
gosh. Is
because
she
That
of
still
sucks
with the
really.
guy?
yeah, it's a
What
black
does he
guy.
look like? What does he look like?
I don't know
Does
what
he
he
look
look
like
like.
a?
I remember seeing him in the season. He's a tall black guy.
Was it
Interesting.
you? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hell nah.
Um, well, oh, sorry, I just had to because you're. Anyway, um, did he? How does he look as far as age? Does he look kind of young or?
He's just probably around. He looks maybe around the same age as she is. She's like 25 now.
Oh, okay, you're talking about her
Oh,
age.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, how about this? You guys said y'all don't see nothing wrong with the 100-year-old
Ah,
man dating the 18-year-old. So
and she
what
weighs
if
50, she
um?
she literally weighs 50 pounds at 26 years old.
So how would y'all
Wow.
feel? So what if y'all seen her dating a 7-year-old guy? What about that? Would that be okay? Would that be cool?
Uh,
Um, that's totally on him.
No, I
yeah,
mean,
I'm gonna go with
no, no. I
him
mean,
on
how,
that
when you
one.
look at no, no, no. What I'm saying is, when you look at that, what do you think? Do you think it's wrong?
I mean, if I notice her tattoos and her piercings, I'll be like, "Hey, she's in her own little boat there."
Yeah,
She went and got tattoos and piercings so that she would look like that she's not a child. Like what child you see walking around with piercings all over her face and tattoos all over her?
that is true.
So
Uh,
if you seen her with the 7-year-old guy and they were like in a relationship, like you wouldn't think nothing of it.
I'd be like Mo power to him, but Mo power to
yeah.
him because he gonna catch flat.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna
That's
catch
why.
what? Oh yeah, flack. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, no man.
Yeah, let's say I agree with you on that one too, Gag, because it goes back to the other one if they're just younger. Because I'm looking at it first, like first for me, I'm trying to get past the fact that my daughter looks like this, but like you said earlier, Gag, she got tattoos and piercings. I mean, yeah, it makes it a little bit more harder for me to see her as a little girl because of all those tattoos and piercings because I've been around people that were her height before, and sometimes if you're not careful, some of them can almost be mistaken as someone younger. And if you get used to knowing that, it's like, okay, I have to dial it back. And now you're telling me about someone 70 years old. I mean, like, okay, that joke is near the end of life. Uh, I would say that I don't mean that you're gonna die today or tomorrow. It's just you're on that perspective of being known as the old, really known as the old man. So it's kind of like, okay, yeah, it's weird, But once you approach and then find out the girl isn't really a little girl, but is an adult. Matter of fact, oh my God, there's a video online. Okay, thank you. You just made me think about this one. Okay, there's a video online where this guy who's Russian, who does drags. He does drag where he's able to almost just literally pass as a female. His voice almost sounds just enough to pass as a female, and he does streaming where he talks to people online looking like this girl, long hair and stuff. He passes literally, and he looks kind of like a sexy girl in a way. He talks with people, but I like this one time he was talking to this guy that was Egyptian, and he was pretending that he was the girl, and he was like, "Hi, how you doing?" He's like, "I'm doing fine." He's like, "Would you like to see my cat, my kitty cat?" She was like, or he was like, "Yeah, sure, I'd like to see your kitty cat." And he's like, say here, kitty, kitty, or something like that. So he said, "Here, kitty." And when that cat came in, he went from the female voice to the male voice, going from that to what the fuck? I'm like, all right, now we're going to the old man scenario with the girl. Basically, it's like, okay, it looks weird when you walk up on it and then find the girl is older than what she looks. I'm like, all right, I'm going back to doing what I need to go do. I don't need to bother this. This is a relationship I need not put my foot into.
I don't mean put your foot into it now. Dang. I just meant like, how would you feel about it looking at it?
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying in general. Because
Oh,
when I
okay.
look at it and I see it, then it's
Feelings
like I
into it.
already stuffed
Okay.
my foot into my mouth.
Got you. But don't be so quick to judge. That's what you're trying to say. Because it
Exactly.
might
And I
might be
was
legit.
exactly. And that's why I'm always cautious with every subject or any area or any people I deal with. Because my famous rule is people are weird, society is weird. And the more you try to understand society and try to follow what you call quote unquote norms, the more you're going to find there's a lot of inconsistencies. There's loopholes and things that you were like, wait, that never mind. I'm going to go back to my house, go in my house, shut my door, go play my games. See my happy little comfort place because it's not as weird as going outside the doors.
Okay, let's see.
So she walked up to you and asked you for you to take her out, would you?
Who?
Oh
Who?
God, this
Wait, say
straight
what?
up.
Who are we talking about?
Oh, you said straight up walk up to me.
Wait. Are you talking about the Trent? I mean the
No,
Russian?
no, no, the tiny
No,
one.
that's what he's talking about. I'm just gonna give a response. My response would be like, I just met you. I gotta get the. I mean, my brain will instantly go blank.
Whoa. Hold up. You're talking about the girl from TLC again?
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
reading about her.
You had to wait. So he just asked you, no man, if she walked up to you and asked you to go out to eat with her. You said so. You're saying that you would have to think about it.
no, actually, she would catch me off guard because usually I don't just instantly see someone and say, "Hey, you want to go out to eat?" No, it's like we sit down, we talk, and we get to know each other more.
Okay,
So, any,
let's say she worked with you,
uh huh.
and you know she seems to got a nice personality and all. Then what?
Okay, she said go out and eat, and I got to know her, and I actually interact with her. That's a different story. But if she just walk up to me out the blue, I'm gonna sit there and look like an idiot because
Well,
I'm like,
not out the blue. So if you guys work together, got to know each other. She's like, let's go out to eat. You gonna go out to eat with her?
sure, because I know the person that's behind that, not the outer appearance. Because, like I said, if it's just out the blue, I'm gonna stand there and look like an idiot.
Interesting. Gag, you would too, wouldn't you?
Nope.
Okay, I was about to say, I'm like,
It
dang.
said so. I was doing some research. So she's not with the black guy no more. She's with this guy named Jeff Sadisky or whatever. He's supposed to be some type of writer or actor,
Uh-huh.
and he looks like a pedo.
Got you. See, for me, I'm looking at knowing her, and unfortunately, I've got to know a lot of weird people. And once you get to know the personality, it's like, okay, I'm not really sure on jump on a dating part, but just to go out and eat and just talk and have a good time, sure. Huh.
All right, so my last question of the night is going to be
What?
if no, you can have another question. I'm talking about my last question. You can have another one if you have one. But if you okay, if you was in a situation where you only choose one, Would you rather date someone that paid all the bills or date someone that was a really good cook? They can only be one or the other.
Mm. Really good cook. Gotta have a really good cook. Okay, if she can't cook, she can't roll.
Hold up. You telling lies, Gag. You telling lies.
Hey,
I
hey,
know you are.
hey,
Be
hey.
honest.
You
So
said
wait a minute.
one or the other.
You
I
rather
choose
you
cook.
rather her be able to cook than pay all the bills?
Yep.
See,
I rather her be able to cook a home cooked meal than pay bills. Okay,
So she could be
I
broke.
need to
We
come
talk when I say
home.
okay,
I
how
need
about
to
this?
come home to a cooked meal. Okay.
You tell lies because you said you want your woman to be able to pay at least half the bills now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like she
I'll
can
put it this
cook
way.
and pay some half
No,
of the
no, 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 no,
bills.
no, 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 none of that. No, it has to be one or the other. Like she's
Okay, cook then.
solely cooking, not paying not one bill or
I
paying
changed
all
my
the
answer.
bills.
Cook.
You didn't change your answer.
I sure did just now.
You said
Cook.
earlier cook.
that
Yep.
is true. You did.
Yep.
What?
All right. So cooking it is.
So you're telling me that you be okay paying all the bills as long as she cook?
Yep. As long as she cook, I'll be a happy man.
You telling lies. Lies. No man, what's your answer?
I'm polar opposite of him. I'm like, if she pays the bills, that means the money I bring home, we can use it for stuff that we can do for fun. I.e., I could have us go to restaurants and stuff like that. Hey, I could take over and cook if she pays the bills. And if I'm working, it's money that me can use for fun time.
Okay, so what if okay. Wait. Let's say we gotta change it up. So what if you're not working?
Okay, then I'm taking care of the house.
Wait. Okay. So you're gonna be the house husband. Okay.
Sure, why not? House husband that cooks and cleans, she takes care of the bills. Sure, no problem. I'll even watch the
Got
kids.
you. So gag. If you had
Yep.
the option to choose between being a house husband or just okay, would you rather if you had to choose one or the other, and it has to be one or the other. We can't add like it can't be no 50-50 involved. It's either one or the other. Would you rather be with someone and have them pay all the bills, or you be with them and you pay all the bills? Like you pay all the bills and they cook, or they pay all the bills and you cook. Which one?
Wait. Run that again.
So, would you rather be in a relationship where you're paying all the bills and she cooks, or she pays all the bills and you cook?
I pay all the bills and she cook.
Okay, what about you, no man?
Well, since I was raised in a traditional family, I'd probably go with the I pay all the bills and she cooks.
Oh, look at there. Okay. Okay.
Hey, as long as she can make me a nice medium rare steak, I'll be good.
And
Okay.
if she can make good meals and we have kids and the kids love the meals and they don't want to go to restaurants or takeouts, then I'm fine with that.
What if she cooks, but the food isn't all that great?
What?
How do you know? Okay, what if you're paying all the bills and she stays home and cooks, but the
Uh-huh.
food ain't all that great? Then what?
Mm, that's a challenging answer right there. Response. So then at that point, I might want her to take some classes, or we sit down and figure out how to improve her
I
cooking
signed
skills.
up for some culinary arts. How about that?
Yeah,
Says you gonna learn how to cook
I'm
today.
like, hey, babe, we got to talk about this because this is something ain't working.
exactly.
I'm like,
Or
hey,
Right,
if
look,
got
she's,
either
you.
you
but
go
wait,
to
make
culinary
it.
arts or we get
Or
divorced.
wait. Since we're
Dang,
talking
he
about
ready
that,
to
if
divorce. Go
no,
ahead.
no, I'm not even gonna say that. Let's say, okay, if her cooking skills ain't that good, but her working skills before she became a cook was on point. Okay, guess what? I'm going back to me being the house husband, and she goes out and work because if she can bring home more money than I can, then I'll let her take over. Because if her cooking skills are bad, but her working skills are on point, yes, let her do the work and I take care of the house. But if both are about the same, yeah, she's going to culinary schools, get some training. We're going to sit down and figure out how to improve her cooking skills. If she's offended by that, I'm sorry, honey. But the kids don't like it, and we can't afford to constantly go and take out and eat, go get takeout food constantly because they don't like your cooking. And we're gonna get you up to par on that because I mean, if you don't have that skill to do the work to make money outside this place, yeah, you're gonna get the cooking skills up.
What if
So it's
she?
gonna be,
What if she's making chicken every single day, but it's the best ever, but it's the only thing she knows how to cook.
hmm. There's many ways you can do work with chicken. It's something I learned from Forrest Gump. You can take shrimp and you can
I
make
like
multiple
shrimp.
things out of shrimp. You could probably make multiple things out of chicken. So I think we can work with that. Uh, Hey,
Yo,
if she can do chicken, hey, if she can do chicken good enough, it's not hard to trick her into learn how to get hamburger done right. Because all I have to do is get her to do some ground chicken meat a couple times correctly, and then let her overcook it just the right temperature. You normally do hamburgers, and then just get the blood drain out just right to make it almost look like chicken. Put it in front of her until it's ground chicken. Let her go crazy with it, make some ground chicken burgers, and then she just accidentally made hamburgers. Bam. Uh,
So what you're saying is you can teach her how to cook.
Yes, if she knows how to cook chicken all day, there's a way to trick her into doing the other stuff. It's just a little bit of
Gotcha.
how you do the finessing with the stuff that you give her in front of her or put in front of her.
Gag says he
Or,
ain't doing none of that. He's saying going straight for divorce.
dang, you gotta work with
hey,
that. Hey,
hey,
nothing's ever perfect.
either she culinary arts all the way, or hey, you can leave that ring on the table.
I believe in it. Everyone isn't 100% perfect, but there's a way to work to get them to where you want them to. Just like she's the one to work to get me somewhere, because I think every one of us is an incomplete canvas, and we just need assistance. And that's what relationships are: assistance. She assists me, I assist her. If we meet halfway, then there's a possibility of growth. If neither one of us meets halfway, then what the heck is that? That's not even a relationship anymore. It's just two people existing in the same environment.
Gag's
Yep.
like all the way or no way.
Right. Hey, meet me halfway or meet
he said,
me in the
he said,
court.
no, you ain't beat me halfway. If you ain't all the way, it's over. I'm
Hey,
kidding.
meet
I'm
me
kidding.
halfway or leave that ring on the table. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Goodness. All right, questions. Y'all got some questions?
We already hit one that I had earlier. Uh,
Got any questions? I want another hard one like an interesting one like the TLC girl. It don't have to be
Hmm.
on TLC, but something interesting.
Hmm.
I want something hard.
How you feel? Has anybody seen Sister Wives?
Yeah, I
I've
have.
heard of. Oh wait a minute, this up there with another show I know. But go ahead.
It's basically a dude that had what? How many wives? Four or
He
five
had
Like
wives?
eight.
4. He
Yeah.
had 4.
And he had a shit ton of kids.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So what do you think? Okay, you've seen it about the his son that took his life.
Uh,
What do you think was going through dude's mind?
mm. Did they give any details about it?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Uh,
ask too.
yeah, he hung himself.
I know, but was there any context with it? Like, was there anything else along with that?
Um, all I heard about from the father's interview, which he didn't really say much um about that. I mean, I think he did like he had so much going on. Like he had his wives, he had what? How many kids? I mean, I'm
Uh,
pretty sure some of them got left out, even though they wanted their father's attention, and their father couldn't be there to give them that attention because he had what 4 different families.
Hmm.
They were one big family, but there was 4 different households because he had
yeah.
four. He built 4 houses on this thing of land, and he was jumping between houses and whatnot. Now, sometimes he didn't have time to spend with all the kids.
Hmm.
Like, I mean, I guess, and like, what he already lost, what, two wives near the end of the season. Like, they wasn't getting no attention either.
Well, since you're talking about my biggest question that always plays into effect is how in the world they make money to own
The
all this
show.
land? No, before
Oh, you
the
talking about
show.
beforehand?
His hair.
Beforehand.
Yeah. So I'm like,
I'm
you
pretty
got to think
sure he
about because
had
you said the
investments.
okay, but before okay, let me put it in this terms. Now that he has these investments, that's the only thing that's going to keep the family afloat. So there's no other kind of income because if this man had a job outside of this, that means he has to go to work for like 8 hours or so, then come back home, deal with wife one, then deal with wife two, possibly get to wife three, if lucky. And I mean, if lucky, he got some kind of energy pushing him to deal with wife five. Then you got to account for all the kids to spend time with. So that means he's got to go to a sporting event, so that's probably going to be throughout the entire week. So he's really not going to really be at work because each one of the sporting events, each of them, there's going to be a big event for each one of his kids. There ain't no way in heaven or hell he can actually be able to hold a job. Then if you talk about the moms, okay, I can see them holding jobs because they only got one husband and their kids. So they can hold a job better than the father, unless, like you said, he has investments and he's just got money coming out the yin yang through other means and ways where he doesn't have to work. Keyword work. Because if he worked, he's going to lose most of his energy to deal with his other wives and his kids and have time to go to all of his kids' events with a job. That just makes it even 10 or 20 times worse. Then if he doesn't have the job, then it's about, I'd say 5 or 10 times worse because of all those kids he's got. That's my thought on it.
So what was the question?
Oh, it wasn't really a
Oh,
question. It was
the
just a
question. The
thought
question
of,
was, what do you think of the
Yeah.
son that
oh,
that
the
passed
son.
away?
Well, the son.
Like, what do you
Well,
think that? What do you think was going through the father's mind?
The father's mind or the father's mind?
Hmm.
that's the guy right there because he got too many daggone kids to really be thinking about each one. I mean, yeah, he can sit and think about the son, but then he's got to sit down and remember all the times he spent with that son, the times he interacted with the son, and whenever he tried to give encouragement to the son, if he was lucky once again. And then, yeah, he's probably gonna feel something about the son because I mean, hello, that's one of his own flesh and
I wonder
blood
if he
that he's
feels
died.
guilty. Like, does he feel like if he didn't spend enough time with the son?
See,
Because
that's
think
a
about it, you
Yeah.
got to spread yourself amongst. You got 4 wives. I think the
Like,
last
you
time
got to
I
think
seen,
about what that
there were
child went through.
there were 16
yeah,
kids at least. The last time I seen, I don't. There probably more. I'm not sure.
Jesus,
Last time,
16 kids.
yeah, he only had one with the first wife. I don't think he had any with Robin, the last one. But the other two, between them two, I think they had 15. Um,
Jesus.
but there might be
That'd
more.
be,
But I didn't watch the whole thing through, so I don't
I
know if more
got
were
you,
made.
but I'm
And
just
then
saying,
Robin had kids before she got with him, so then he had to have her kids
Yeah,
in there
Robin
oh
anyway.
had.
Lord,
Yeah,
So
so he
so
divorced. He divorced
course, the
his
first wife,
that
so he
last
can marry
wife to
Robin.
marry
Yeah,
and adopt her kids.
yeah. So my thing is, you know how hard it is to spread yourself amongst 4 women, and
okay.
then you got over 15 kids. Like
Since you brought that up,
you're not gonna be able to give all of them a good amount of
exactly,
attention. So
I'm agreeing.
I bet he probably felt guilty, and I bet the son probably felt bad because he's like, well, dang. First off, that's a son. You know how boys feel about their fathers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then it's like, well, dang, dad can't spend as much time with me. Probably felt, I can't, how do I put it in words? Like he probably
abandoned.
felt, yes, there you go, like that. I'm
And
not
since
saying
you,
that's how he
Yep.
felt, but that's what I'm thinking he probably
He
felt.
probably
e-
his father probably didn't acknowledge him.
exactly, and I was gonna say the line I got from a TV show called The Daily Show, and I'm about to use this line because it was a skit line for news reports. And it's called "We Don't Have Time for That." Now, why I'm using that line is because of how it sounds with the family. He has 16 or whatever kids. That is a lot of time being spread. So when he probably heard about his son's passing, he had to try to remember, like I said, back to my statement, which son it was. how much time he spent with his son. And then he's gonna search his own feelings about how he felt about the son. So it's kind of like, okay, which one is he? He's that one.
Could
He's
you
your
imagine?
mom's. Yeah,
Dang.
I'm just running. I'm just running the scenario for you.
No. You're right. I was just saying, I just couldn't imagine having to be like, okay, which child is that? That's crazy. Keep
Exactly.
going. Keep going.
But yeah, he's like, okay, now I know the mom is grieving, who is the son, the mom, I mean the son of. Okay, now I remember who he is, how much time I spent with him. Now, from the son's perspective, it feels like he's being neglected, he's alone, and this is why I tell a lot of people, you're in a situation like this, seek therapy. Therapy is probably your only surviving chance in the situation. If you don't seek therapy, unfortunately, the situation he did might come and arise. And I feel bad for the young man that he chose that, because there are people out there who want to help people like him that are in that situation. It just sucks that he wasn't able to get in touch with people like that that would be willing to sit and listen to him and allow him to cry on their shoulder, so he had someone he can cry on. Yes, it's not his dad, but come on, you fired done basically birthed an entire fucking football team right there. And he's got to coach all of y'all through life as y'all father. I mean, Jesus, I see how my dad was with me and my sister, and it looked like a challenge. I can only imagine the kind of amount of times he forgot stuff and he's running back and forth trying to remember what day is it. Okay, it's this person's day, that person's day. Next week's gonna be this Tuesday. Oh my God, I'm sorry. It goes back to the old statement of polygamy. Someone asked me, "Dude, would you ever want to get married to more than one woman?" I'm like, "Dude, no offense, but I think women would say the same too. One woman is good enough for me. Two women? Are you kidding me? Three women? Why am I at three women? Four women? Okay, stop. Any higher than that, it's just like a demanding task. And now, like, okay, now I gotta remember each one of their birthdays. I gotta remember what's their favorite colors. I gotta remember which one's whose name. Okay, she
Oh
got
wait, could your
pregnant.
badger call one the other's name in bed?
Oh dear God. That's what I'm like. That dude is, forgive my French again, he is in literal hell. And some guys, like, I remember when I was younger, when we were growing up, some guys are like, yeah, I would like to have multiples. At first, I was going to like to join them until I sent an astrological question. I'm like, you got to think. You got to remember her name, like you said, her name, the other one's name. And if you're making love to either one, you better be able to say the right name. And heaven forbid they both look the same when they're in bed. Oh my God, how screwed are you? And their voices match the same. Oh, you dead man. I don't even want to be in that house when you get the wrong name wrong. Uh, all that argument will never end. And then the other ones
Okay, I
find out
know
they'll
I
get
said I was
offended.
done with questions, but now you got me thinking. Sorry. So, like, would you ever be in a relationship with two women, and those two women were okay with it? I'll put it this way. How about, because you know how they had like the polyamorous thing to where like
Yeah.
all three of you in a relationship together, so the two women would be in a
Uh,
relationship with each other too. Would you be okay with that?
the first couple of weeks would be very, very interesting. If I could make it past the first couple of weeks, then sure. But initially, I'm gonna be like, really? Y'all want to try this? That's how I'm gonna feel. I'm like, no offense. I mean, yes, the younger version of me would be like, yes. The older version of me is like, I'm waiting for that one day that y'all have a bad argument, and then we're supposed to all be in the same roof. Oh, I'm gonna have a headache. Yeah.
You gotta think about the bad that comes with, not just the good, the bad as well.
Exactly. That's why I'm thinking of argument's the lightest thing I think of. Or for instance, let's say for instance, they're together with me, everything's going good. Come to find out, let's say a cousin of the other one decided to try to kill the other one's brother, for instance.
Oh
Now they
God.
got this bad blood going on, and you're in the middle of it, and now you got to try to figure out how to keep both sides happy while them looking at you wanting to kick you out the circle because you are trying to side with both, knowing that yes, what one did the family member did to the other one's potential family. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. The one lady's family member did something else to the other lady's family members, and you're trying to get them both to come together to be underneath the same roof. Now you got all this extra animosity going on. Plus, you're trying to maintain a relation. Oh God, Ugh.
Sounds like a nightmare doing a gag. What about you? You down with it? You down with all the drama?
Eh, not really much of a drama person.
So no two women,
Nope.
huh?
Too much. It's too much spread of emotions.
Okay. Oh
Now,
yeah, you know.
I would say one more thing. Now, if nothing bad happens and both sides parties are fine with it, no drama exists, and we can all live happily underneath the same roof, okay. But if drama starts kicking off, oh dear God. Uh, so it has to be perfect, crystal perfect while we're in that relationship. If it starts going south, it has to end immediately.
He said end immediately. So they gotta leave
Yes.
the ring on the table, like Gag
Oh,
said.
yeah, I'm joining Gag on that one. Unless it could stay perfect, fairy tale perfect somehow. And I have never heard any. Well, let me put it this term. I've heard of people who got married to more than one person, and I've listened to it, and I'm just sitting there like, no, that's a job within a job. I don't need another job. I can't go to work, get off work to come to another job. Mm-mm. I want to come home to a house of peace and quiet and love and happiness. Ugh,
Okay, so not more than one woman. Okay.
yes,
So you're a one woman man.
yes. Ugh.
Wow. Okay.
I'm a
Gag.
one woman man.
Okay.
You never seen what's it called? 50 Shades Darker?
Oh dear God,
Hey,
I
have
haven't
you
No, I
seen
ain't,
it,
seen
but
I
I've
ain't
heard
even
about
seen
it.
the first one. I ain't even
I've read
seen.
all the books.
Wow. Oh yeah, you would. Yeah, that's right. You would do that.
Hey, hey, hey.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not.
I feel a
I,
little judging.
no, no. The reason why, because I already know your style, so of course you would like it. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I know you would.
Hey, 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 don't
Cause
tell
your style.
everybody.
No, I ain't gonna get in depth with it, but I don't know why not. I'm surprised you ain't broadcasted that. But anyway,
Hey, I
but
would, but it'd be too much.
I know you had too many people coming for you, coming for the
Tell me
gag.
about it.
But yeah, I can see you doing it. I can't do it because uh,
It's all good.
I guess it's just more so of a jealousy type thing for me. But
And you said the other one. You
I
said
mean,
you said the other key situation too.
huh?
Jealousy. So you said another key one, jealousy. Because then, what
Uh-huh.
say for instance, I'm thinking I'm spreading my attention to them both equally. Kind of find out one feels like I'm spreading less to her than the other one. And then it turns into an argument or it turns into a heated undertone situation that I have to keep constantly addressing her periodically. No, no.
So how would you feel about being in a relationship with a woman that I'm trying to see if I can word it.
ooh, she got
She's like,
14 kids.
look,
Wow.
even I would say no to that. But that's
Yeah,
just too
that's a
much.
big. That's a heavy, heavy, heavy sell. There's like, and
So,
this is where I'm gonna
so,
feel bad.
so
If she
check
was
this
super
out.
like rich and she had 14 kids, okay, I'm gonna hate myself, but okay, I'll take the risk.
So check this out. So you only met two of the kids, and then y'all are like 3 months in, and then she brings her other 10 or so kids
Uh,
for you to meet. What do you do then?
she didn't tell me from the get go before we got in a relationship if it's going smooth. Oh, that's gonna be a rock between a hard place. I can only give myself the answer if I was in that situation. Right now, I I'm just gonna be sitting there like freaked out, like, wait, why didn't you tell me this at the beginning? Because oh, I get it, because you really want to see if you can trap me in this situation and then try to put me on on the spot, the hot seat, and then introduce me to the children, making it even worse if I decide to retreat. So
I'm sorry.
now
That's gonna be one of the first conversations we're gonna be. How many kids do you have?
exactly. Or if you have any kids. That's one of the
Yeah.
things I always share. I share with the opposite sex. I'm starting to develop a relationship with them. You have any kids? If you say yes, okay. How many you got? Okay.
Yeah. I can't
Uh,
see like now wait not asking that and dealing with the person for a while, and all of a sudden you think they have 2 kids, but then you learn they got a total of 14.
Jesus, no. I rather find out on first date. Now, I know a lot of ladies out there, they're probably like, well, this going to reduce reduce our chance of dating. Well, it's a
No,
lot
you
better
gotta
than
be
us
honest.
finding out on the day where, like, we're all ready to give you the ring and about to open ourselves 100%. Then they come and find, hey, guess what? I have all these kids. Wait, what the hell? I mean, I
Okay,
was feeling her, but she said she had kids, but never really give me a true number. And then she throws it at me. It's like I had a little prep, but not that kind of prep.
nah. See that's just too much. That is way too much. So what would you do if? Okay, uh, I want you to one. Think about a girl that you think is really attractive, and you kind of like their personality. You would like to date them, right?
Uh,
You got Gag. You got a picture in your mind.
Say that again.
Okay, so no man and Gag. So I want y'all to think of a woman that y'all find really attractive and that y'all want to date. You got a woman in your mind?
yep.
You
Does it
got one,
matter if
Gag?
it's a celebrity or not?
No, it don't matter. Let me know you
All
got a
right.
woman in your head. You got a woman?
Yep.
You both got women? Okay, so let's say you meet this woman, you hang out, you know, things are going really well, everything's vibing, you know, and it's been a while. You guys been hanging out for like maybe let's say 6 months. So you guys are at Olive Garden because Gag decided to surprise her and treat her with Olive Garden instead of Miyabi's. But I'm kidding anyway. So you're
Yeah.
at Olive Garden, right? And she's like, I got something to tell you. I got something really important to tell you. You're thinking she's going to tell you that she's pregnant. But instead of her telling you that she's pregnant, she tells you that, okay, I'm trying to think. No, I got to change this now because it ain't gonna have the same effect.
Keep going.
So, hey! So, okay. Have either one of y'all ever dealt with a woman that you were really attracted to and wanted to really wanted to be with in person?
Uh,
Physically?
You're physically
Hmm.
attracted to her, but then you like her
Uh-huh.
personality too.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever met someone like that?
Yep. Talking to one
Okay.
right now.
Look at you. But no man,
yeah.
have you no man?
What?
Have you ever met a woman that you're physically attracted to? You physically
Uh,
attracted them and their personality as well.
I've only had maybe two, and they were awesome to enjoy seeing. It was just letting them know if they were attractive or not that made them scary.
Okay, so I want you to think of one of those women. Gag, you
Uh-huh.
think you're a woman. Let's say y'all been dealing with each other for 6 months, same thing, everything's going smoothly. You guys are at Olive Garden, and she said, I got something to tell you. Um, I'm really a man.
Uh-huh.
How do you think you would react to that?
Okay, cool. There, man. Anyways, I'm back in my car, and
Wait,
I'll let
wait.
him
okay.
answer first.
Okay, go ahead, no bad. What's your answer?
I'm like, well, long story short, I'm looking at. I'm sorry, my brain blinked out when I was answering that question. Recite the question one more time.
So I want you to think of a woman
Uh
that
huh.
you like. You like her personality. You
Uh
like
huh.
her physically and mentally. Like she's
Yeah.
hitting on both.
Yeah.
And has to be someone you actually know because it's hard to ask this if you can't put a face to this question.
Got you.
So I want you to think of a woman that you know that you like her mentally and physically,
Uh huh.
and you're really interested in like being with her.
Yeah.
And let's say you guys were together for 6 months
Uh huh.
and you guys go out to Olive Garden
Uh-huh.
and she sits you down. So I got something important to tell you.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Hey, I want to say I love you. You know, I'm really enjoying our time together. I think you're the one.
Uh-huh.
Um, but I have to let you know something. I'm a
Got
man."
you. Interesting. Oh, that's a real interesting question. Okay. This dives deeper into a situation where now it plays into if the bond is stronger than my perspective. Okay. Oh, Jesus.
But it's a strong bond. That's what I'm trying to say. Like you guys are like, I'll put it this way. It's so strong that you have a wedding ring on you. You have an engagement ring, not wedding ring. You have the engagement ring on you, ready to propose. That's how strong it is.
My shit will slip off in a heartbeat.
Wait,
Oh
wait.
shit! I dropped my ring. I don't know where it went.
I'm actually going to be sitting here confused in days for a while because I'm like, why couldn't she fess up to me before we got this far?
And
And
she
man,
said, I was afraid that you wouldn't want to go any further with me.
well, see now at this point now it makes me wonder if all the plumbing down has been changed. Now if all the plumbing's been changed to almost fool me, yeah, I'm really still confused because, ooh, yeah, I had to get up and walk away from on that one. That explains why my brain went blank after saying that one because it's like I. I put it in terms when I get in a relationship, I get to a point of being open and transparent with a person that she almost knows me like I would know her like the back of our each other's hand. If she couldn't give up that piece of information until that last moment, it makes me sit there and like, what other secrets do you have waiting besides that one? What you gonna say afterwards? If I was to say, okay, I'll take the risk of saying, sure. Couple months later, you tell me, oh yeah, by the way, even though we can't have kids, I have kids with another woman, and after having kids with that woman, it's what made me decide to say, 1 second. It's gonna make me what was I gonna say? He or whatever you want to call him comes back and tells me they have kids with like two other women, and that's what made them decide to do the transition to look like a woman. I'm sitting there like, so now let me get this straight. I decided to take the jump of being with you still. And now you're telling me, guess what? I'm a stepfather to a bunch of kids. Ugh, it's like a deck of cards starting to free fall at that point. And I'm like, I'm slowly starting to join gag on that one. Now, at the beginning, we get to a point where transparency starts happening. She mentions that she's no longer a woman. I was tell her, let me go sit down for a few. Now, if she and me are
Yeah,
flowing like
wait,
that,
wait, wait. Are y'all gonna finish your meal at Olive Garden, or are we like leaving
uh,
with
I'm,
paying a
I'm,
check?
to be true with you, I don't even know how I'm gonna get past that point because it's gonna all kind of turn to a blank. So it's a chance that the food would be eaten, finished, or whatever. My mind's still stuck on the fact that she took that long to finally come clean with that. That would be something like before we get to a point that even the rings are presented. It had to be like I say, to the point where we were starting to think about moving in because I wouldn't even start thinking about rings unless we are actually getting to the point that her stuff is actually in my house. We actually spend time sleeping together. It can be sexual or non-sexual. Doesn't matter. It's the fact that we're at that point level. Because if she's starting to live in my house and start having more stuff in my place, it means that we're getting to a point that okay, like here we're gonna sound a little disgusting. At this point, I get used to her if she farts in my presence or something like that, or other normal human bodily functions. Okay, oh my God, she did that. Oh, okay, she's comfortable with me. That's what it tells me. And the other few human flaws that human beings have. Okay, I'm comfortable. But she couldn't tell me that she used to be a man until we have rings. I'm gonna feel like I got hit by a truck at that point. I won't even know how to operate or function. I'll just be sitting there like days. So like I said, the food probably might be finished. The food might not be finished. I don't even know where my mind would be because like my trust is obliterated right there. It'd be so obliterated. I don't even know where to start. Even if I was to break up with this set person, I don't even think I would even return back to dating. I would be absolutely beyond retired afterwards. I don't even think about dating at that point. Someone says, "You want to go date?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Why?" Because I just you remember the last relationship? They're like, "Yeah." You remember how it was when I found out that one giant secret that she could have told me long before we started sharing stuff in the house, and her moving her stuff in somewhat, and she could come in and out my house, and I could come in and out of her house and crash, and she couldn't tell me that one little thing. Yeah, nah. I don't even know where I'd be mentally. I know I'd be blanked half the daggone time. And my personality might not be the same as it was when we first started dating because I'm devastated. I don't even know where to start. It's like, wow. It's kind of like if I was dating her, got the rings on, and then she comes and tells me, honey, guess what? What? I had sex with like 18 different men, and I have children with all of them, and the men have the custody of the children. I'm like, wait, what the hell? Uh, So what am I?
Mm.
Number 19? There's a chance you might divorce me because you already had like 18 other men. And first person that's of transgender thing, I would feel offended because they told me like that. No, I'm just giving you an example because hell, it could be a woman that could be in a relationship that got a ring on. She told me she has kids with another man outside of us, and she just chose to tell me it that day. I'm like, wait, so there's a guy that you could have told me you were in a relationship with, but you chose to tell me that you had a relationship with the guy after I proposed to you. You couldn't tell me beforehand? And the only reason why I use the 18 or whatever is because I'm just giving all sorts of wild case scenarios that cause my brain to just shut down literally. Just even the smallest notion to know that she has kids outside of us that she couldn't tell me about. So I'm like, okay, now I'm getting married. Now I just realized I got stepchildren that you chose to now tell me before we got married.
What
Now, how
if?
do I trust her?
So here's the question on that. So what if you were already married? What if you had the wet and everything, and then she told you?
Oh my God. I don't even know where to start. I just be sitting there because I'm like, okay, we already crossed the threshold. And I don't know why she decided now to tell me this so far late in the game now. It's like, all right, I'm screwed already, so might as well keep going, I guess. I don't know. I'd be so lost and confused at that point. People like, so you know, but you don't know what to do because now you're emotionally messed up. I'm like, yes, emotionally messed up. Because at that point, I'm all in. And at that point, if you tell me that, it just like, it's like if it was a freight train going down a track, you just throw the right object on the rail. You just literally derailed me, and I don't know how to operate anymore or even function or think straight. It's like, okay, I could turn against you, but then that makes me an a hole. But then at the same time, now the concept of trust is completely destroyed. So it's like, do I trust her anymore? I don't know anymore. How do I feel? I feel absolutely devastated. That's how I would feel. I'd just be devastated. I'd just be devastated the whole entire time. And if it is in a divorce, don't worry. I'm definitely not dating ever again. 'Cause I don't want to
Wow.
take that risk.
Yeah, you'd be damaged. Or
Pretty much.
it sounds like you'd be damaged. Sorry, I don't want to assume.
Yes.
Um,
No, I would be
wow.
damaged. I would be damaged to the point that right now I've gone through some bad dating life to the point I'm wounded and injured and banged up. But to get to that point, no, I'm heavily damaged. I don't even think the damages would be restored enough for me to say, "Oh, I think a chance of dating her," because my mind will instantly go back to, you remember when you got married on your wedding night? Then she came out and told you the worst thing you could ever think of hearing on wedding night, and now you had to sit there and accept it because you married to her. And if you were to divorce her, then that whole information will come out, and then everyone's going to either be on her side or against you. Or it's going to turn into a drama show. Oh my God. No. Huh? And then
So,
the rest of my family finds out, they're going to be pissed off. The rest of the people are going to be having mixed emotions. And I'm going to be like, you're not the ones going through it. I'm the one that's going. Yeah. That's why I said I'd be destroyed. Uh,
that's why I like having conversation like this. It gives people it makes you think about things, and then like you just never know, like if you'll ever come across certain situations, like like if you meet someone, like what questions need to be
mhm.
asked when you're first meeting them and getting to know them. That way you're not
Exactly.
having so many surprises. Like, hey, later on you find out they got a whole bunch of kids, but you can't get mad at them because you never asked them how many kids they had.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like So I think it's good. That's why it's a good idea. Like when you are meeting someone and getting to know them, you need to be friends first and really get to know each other and try to ask as many questions as possible
Exactly.
so that stuff is not such a surprise later on. Well, I
Exactly.
want
Because
to
that's
go.
Because
No,
I
go
want
ahead.
to
Go
say
ahead.
one more. I was gonna say one more thing. Because if it's a person that has done a sex change, and like I said, if I'm really vibing with them, and this may come as a surprise to a lot of people, but I actually have been friends with women who cannot reproduce because of medical conditions and stuff like that. Yes, they have some of the plumbing still there, but it doesn't work like it's supposed to. So it's I know it sounds weird for some people, but I'm like, it's no more different than if it's a guy who did the plumbing changing. It's like, okay, they have the parts. Do you feel for them? Okay, you feel for them. Go from there. And it goes back to my statement. If you're able to find peace and happy with that person, then find happiness and peace with that person. But don't keep it hidden so far that you get to a point that you think you absolutely have everything aired out. And then you hit him with something like that. That's like getting hit by a semi truck or freight train or something worse. And it's the same as the woman knows that her reproductive system doesn't work, and she tells her husband that night, "Oh yeah, by the way, something traumatic happened to my reproductive system, and I can't reproduce anymore." What the fuck?
Yeah,
This is
especially if
something you
you
could have
want
told me
kids.
earlier. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's
Yeah, I
why I'm
know what you're
like,
saying. It's all about trust and like being
exactly,
honest with each other.
exactly. And that's why I say to those who are out there that are part of that society group, I'm not shooting y'all down. Y'all, sometimes some of y'all men are actually pretty cool people to know. It's just if you form a relationship with that person and they got to know that you're that, okay, cool. But if you start developing a like with the person, okay, then they let it happen. I mean, am I against it? No. If it happens to me, okay. It's weird. I might find it weird, but I'll see where it goes because at this point I've been in multiple dating relationships with women, and some of them have been fiery wrecks. Who knows? A transgender person might actually work out. It sounds weird, but I'm in my 40s at this point, and I'm not really rushing anymore. I'm just enjoying life.
It's whatever makes you happy. As long as it's legal,
Yeah, exactly.
as long as it's legal, consensual, you're both of age. That's all
Mhm.
that matters, and you're both happy. That's all that
Exactly.
matters.
Because when I was in my 20s and stuff, yeah, the world was a lot different. My perspective was a
Tell
lot
me about it.
different. But as I gotten older, I'm like, yes, I would love to have children, but I'm thinking now, if I have children and if I get any older, that means, let's say, for instance, I get to my 50s, I find someone, I get married and have children. The time those kids get to the age 10, I'm 60. By the time they get ready to graduate, I'm 70 years old. Yeah, I'm an old joker at that point. So that's why I'm like, my mindset's changed a lot. I would love to still have children, but as I get older, it's kind of like, do I want to be the father that's called grandpa to my kids are like, that's not my grandpa, that's my dad. I'm like, dude, yes, I'm their
Oh,
dad.
oh, wow, wow.
Yeah, that's stuff that I started thinking about as I gotten older. And that's what I tell a lot of ladies. It's not that my mindset is still on. I mean, yeah, I still want to have children, but it's more now starting to rather just go to if I find someone that we complete each other, I'll go with that. If she can't reproduce, okay, doesn't matter to me at this point. Now in my 20s, it'd probably be a deal breaker, but now it's just like, okay. If you're
I
like,
get
it changes as you get older, I'm like, yeah, you'd be surprised. You start thinking about stuff longer terms. When I was in my 20s, I was like, okay, if I got married in my 20s, that means by my 30s, my kids will be 10. By my 40s, they'll be graduating. So when I'm 50 years old, my kids will be in college or in the service or working, and they'll be having their children, which means I'll be becoming a grandparent between 50 or 60 years old. That means I still have that pip and go with those grandchildren. But if I'm like 70 when my kids graduate, that means when my grandchildren are born, I'm gonna be like 80 or freaking 90 years old. What kind of grandparent fun you can have with them? I mean, your body still can move, but it's much more brittle than it would be at like 70 or so.
exactly. Dang. Well, I just want to say thank you for joining me, No Man X, Gag
No
on this.
problem.
I appreciate you both being here. Appreciate you, showing me support and helping me out with this channel. Appreciate you both so much. I hope you both have a good night. It's about to be morning soon. And I hope you both have a good day at work tomorrow.
That's the goal.
All right. Thank you both so much. I'll see you next time.
You too. Have a good night.
Yeah,
Good night.
my
Good
mic
night.
got cut off. I got one more.
Go ahead.
What? Go ahead.
All right. So you ever heard of the show Doubling Down Doritos, right?
Wait. Doubling
What?
down.
It's on TLC.
That
Okay.
sounds familiar. What's that about?
So there's a couple that got that when they first met, the dude asked the woman how many kids she wanted, and she said as much as the Lord give her, right?
Oh boy.
So
Okay.
so he's like, I'm down with that. So they get married. They first they first child, well, they ended up having twins. And then right after she had those twins, the next, I think a week after that month, she got pregnant again. She had triplets. After, over the years, she ended up altogether she had 14 kids and three miscarriages.
Hmm.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
And all of a sudden, after their first 14th kid, they got a divorce.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Sounds like
And
some
this
John
guy,
plus
and
eight.
and
No,
he
John
and
and
he's
no John and
paying.
Kate plus eight. Go, huh?
Yep, and he's on child support for 1,500 per child.
Jesus.
What? They making
Yes,
that much money?
he's a real estate broker.
You
Boy,
must
he
be
must.
bringing in some good money.
Yeah, to be
Yep.
paying that much per child. That's
You
another
know
thing you got to
how
think
you
about.
know
You
how
have those
much
kids.
you know how much they groceries was, not including toiletries,
Oh
a
dear
month.
God.
A month, I would go with 5 to 6,000.
Close, but a little high. Their groceries list was 3,500 a month.
Jeez.
That's not including
It might be more than
toiletries.
that, huh?
That's not including toiletries and toys for the kids.
It's just
That's
food.
food.
Mm.
Jesus.
And I think she she already had a daughter,
Oh
like
goodness.
before they got married.
Well, she should be well taken care of. You getting $1,500 a month for each. For how many kids? 14. You don't have
Just
to
Jesus.
work.
imagine you just imagine you getting with a woman or man that wants that many kids.
Oh well, guess what? It wouldn't happen. I'd be like, if you're really serious about it, then I'm not the one for you.
And if you're really serious about it, you want to stay committed with me until the day we die or something. Because I mean, like, divorce ain't going to be an option in that situation. Screw that.
That's what how I look
Yeah.
at it is. I look at it like this. That's why I wouldn't. Well, I can't have any more kids anyway. But if I could, um, I wouldn't have any more anyway because I look at it like this. Can I afford this on my own if things don't work out?
Exactly. That's a
That's
good
how that's
point.
how that's how I look at it. Like I wouldn't be a person that's gonna have that many kids anyway because like I have money, but I'm not making bank. I'm not making enough to support a
Yeah.
household full of kids.
So
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 I'd be
so check this
uh,
out. So they got divorced last summer, right? Tell me why she got pregnant. She came out on Instagram, no revealing her pregnancy on Instagram in
is it by
January
him?
of this year. Yes. This
What?
is
I ain't saying
after the
nothing.
divorce.
I
Whoa, whoa,
ain't saying
whoa.
nothing.
It's after the divorce. She got
So
pregnant
what?
by her ex-husband.
So what's gonna happen now? What are they saying? Are they getting back
She
together?
she her in her last interview during her pregnancy, she said that she's not gonna stop. She wants to keep making children. Now
So are they getting
her
back together?
mother-in-law told her she needed to slow down during the marriage. Reason why she lost she had 3 miscarriages. She was getting pregnant right after giving birth.
Mm. So
I
like,
ain't going. Go ahead.
Cause I guess how the female body they can still
yeah, oh yeah, I know
yeah.
they're more fertile, but so like, so they get back together. What's
Nope.
the question?
Oh,
Yeah.
so the question is, um, if you were to end up bumping into her, right? Knowing she's taken care of by her ex-husband, would you still get with her, date her?
That's a good question. It'd probably be a
No,
no for me.
knowing that her the kid's the kid's father is taking good care of her kids. Would you still
Heck
get
no,
with her?
because what if I knock her up? You know what I'm saying? Then she's
There is
coming
a
after
way.
me. She's coming. I mean, well, if I was a man, not now, but you know what I mean. If I was a man, uh, no, because I don't want to take the risk of knocking her up, and then she's looking at me like I'm another paycheck. Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on top
That's
of that, yeah, that's one. And then
all
two, go ahead.
all her 14 kids are between twins, triplets, and sextuplets.
And that's another thing. I'm gonna knock her up, and there's a chance that we can have multiple kids, and then that's all kinds of money that I got to spend on child support. If things don't
And
work
that's
out, no.
1,500 per child,
That
man.
depends on how much money you make. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that too.
you can't be working at. I ain't gonna say it. You can't be working no fast food restaurant. You ain't gonna get no $1,500 per child from.
Shit,
Not
I
that
be
I'm
seeing
not that I'm
cats be
working in fast
scraping
food,
off of one child.
and not only that, I'm not dealing with 14 plus kids. Anyway, I don't care if she is getting taken care of.
They
Think
all
about it.
call you
God,
daddy.
you ain't calling me nothing. Not no
They
14.
all meet
Um,
you
and
and
see,
call you
and
daddy.
see, if it was a situation where, like, think about it, like, if it was 14 single births, at least some of the some will be like at like an older age. You know what I mean? Like practically grown. But with them being twins and triplets, they could all still be like underage, and you gotta deal with that. I'm not dealing with that's just too that's a classroom. I'm not dealing with no classroom of
That's a
village.
football team right
It's a
there.
village. It's a village. I'm not dealing with no village. Let
mm,
me tell you something. I got 2 kids. Love them, they're my babies, but two's enough for me. I can't imagine no 14, 15, 16 kids. Man, no. I'm not
That's
dealing
a
with that.
lot.
Every day is gonna be
good.
something. You think about that. Every
Hey,
day
now
there's gonna be
she
something.
that's why she got pregnant by old dude. 'Cause ain't nobody else gonna want her. Shit, she got 14 kids.
Now well see somebody will
I mean,
because
there's gonna be somebody out there.
no, there's going to be somebody. 'Cause you know why? Because you said that she's getting 1,500 per child. Man will look at that. Somebody will look at that and be like, "Hell yeah!" You know what I mean? That means I ain't got to work. That's how they're gonna look at
Yeah.
that. Like you getting all 15. Think about it. That's 15 kids times 1,500. That's 75. No, wait a minute. No, that's wrong. 15
That's
times
why.
15 times 1,500. Hold on, real quick. We're gonna calculate that real quick. It's a lot of money, man. Are you sure it's 1,500 per child?
Positive.
Mm,
I read
He's making that much
I read the
money.
news. Yeah, he's a real estate broker. You know he makes
Dang,
bank.
oh.
that's a lot of damn money. So
He
you
makes
said
Oh
bank
yeah.
as a real
1,500
estate
per
broker.
child. That's a total of 22,500 a month. Some people don't make that in a year. Well, I don't know. I might need to change my answer. That's a lot of damn money. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, but a real estate broker, he makes more than 200K a year.
Well, obviously, if he's paying her over $20,000 a month,
Yeah,
um,
and he happy.
let me tell you something. She don't have to work. If I mean,
Take
with
care of
that, what
her.
you getting to over 20,000 a month? You ain't gotta
Like
work. Your bills are paid.
when they were married, he was the only one that was working.
How
Technically,
how could they both work?
she had a
Oh
small
boy.
business, like a small online clothing store.
Mhm.
Yeah, because what daycare would take all those kids?
Shit, the only daycare they had was her oldest daughter before him, and his mom.
Nah, nah,
That was
nah.
it.
The idea of you
Damn,
getting
just
all this money
imagine
sounds
daycare,
good, but
bro. I'd be
daycare,
broke.
man, there ain't no way. There ain't no
I'd
way
be
you could do
broke.
that. Bro, you be
Shit,
on the
they would have
street.
to. They basically had to rent the whole damn daycare. That's all. That's the whole daycare
Nah,
right there.
that's just too much. Like I mean, it's hard to spread yourself just with among a few people that you know and deal with in life, let alone a family of 15, 16 people. And then you gotta think of that's just that family. You're not even thinking about your friends, your family, I mean, and time for yourself. Like how you gonna have any of that when you're dealing with a person with that many kids? That's why you have to think, before you go down that route. So when you first said that her first set was twins and then she had triplets, she should have got fixed right after that. You don't just sit there. Well,
Yeah.
I can't speak for her, but I mean for me, there ain't no way I can just sit there and just keep having kid after kid after kid. Because,
She
for
said as
one,
long her statement before they got married was as long as the Lord give her. I was like, yeah,
mm,
she one of those.
let's see. Well, see, the thing is, we don't live out in the wild. It's not about just providing shelter and food. You got this money involved. It's a whole lot involved in raising a child. You have to have a lot of money
Now
just
in
for
the
one
beginning of
child.
their marriage,
Yeah.
this dude's hair was black. At the end of their
Mm-hmm.
marriage, all his hair was gray.
Well, that's his dumbness. Because I'm just saying, why would you keep having? Because why would you keep doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like, after that second pregnancy, you done gave this woman 5 kids. You should say, okay, that's enough. I'm shutting it off. I'm not having no more. And if she says she wants to have more, and you said you don't, then guess what? Divorce, and you don't have to pay 1,500 for 5 kids each, not 1,500 for 15 kids each.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's just, I mean, no one, did she put a gun to his head and said, you're going to give me 15 kids or else? I mean, shoot, he ain't got no mind of his own. Screw all that. Screw all that. Nah.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
worried
If I
about
was,
the
whether I'm a
kids.
woman or a
The
man, I'm not
kid,
going to sit there and have that many kids.
I'm worried about the kids. They gotta grow up knowing that they father divorced their mom. That's gonna
Well,
be a
what
hell
if
of a
the mom
story.
lied about being a man? Then it's okay? I'm kidding. I was going back to the previous question because you was always quick to say she's gonna leave that ring on the table.
I
Wait a minute
leave that
now. So
ring
now
on the
you care
table.
because there's kids involved, but now he can't leave the mom. What if she ain't cooking? Gag. What if she ain't cooking?
Mm, better leave that ring on the table.
But what about the kids? What about
Hey,
the 15 kids?
they
You
not
said
my blood. I'm sorry.
You said you worried about the 15 kids. What do you mean not your blood? Those
They
are your
not my
15
blood.
kids. What? I,
They
Gag, you could.
daddy take good care of them.
No, you said you're worried about the kids
No, I'm
because
talking
their
about
dad
like
left their
basically
mom.
like that. Yeah, like that's gonna be a hell of a story to tell. Tell them as they grow and like when they find out what marriage is and all that, and then they find out you know they parents been divorced before any of them was in their double digits.
That happens to a lot of people.
That's
I
14
mean,
kids that all 14 weren't even in their double digits yet.
yeah, but see, they were like a part of multiple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, wasn't like one child
Like
after the next. They had
you
multiple
gotta
births.
see that family picture, bro. That shit's huge.
At least they have each other. And like in a situation where and they get 1,500 each. So at least they're getting taken care of. I don't know, like
Yeah, they
there's so many
well
households
taken
with
care of.
parents,
She probably
households with
getting
so
her
many
nails
households with
done, her
divorced
hair's done.
parents that are separated, never been married. I'm just saying,
And she getting her nails done,
But
and her
what was the
hair done.
question though?
Um. Oh,
Yeah.
so after they divorce, would you date her knowing
Oh hell,
that
oh
she has 14 kids and her kids are taken care of by the
nah.
father?
Somebody would because they're gonna look at that money and be like, heck yeah, but not me, not me. That's just too
But
much.
but there are some cases where men get with women that
Mhm.
have a lot of kids and their fathers are not in the picture and are not taking care of their kids.
Oh yeah, that's a lot. That happens a lot too.
Yeah, and those relationships don't really last that much unless he don't plan on having any kids, but he'll take care of her kids.
Well, 14 kids is a lot though, or even 15, whatever you said. She has 16. She has 16. She has 15 with one man, and then one before him. So she has 16 by two men. Uh, that's too much. That's too much. I'm just saying. At some point, even if you're a woman, you gotta think. I don't know. It's too much. Whether you're a woman or a man, it's just too much. Like, why
Yeah.
would you put yourself in that position? You have to sit there and think. If things don't work out with this man, who's going? I want to say it like that. Like, who's going to want me? But at the same time, if you sit there and you're like, well, I'm going to have a million kids. I don't care. I'm just going to have a kid every year.
But she
Then
can
you can't.
throw it back though.
Then you can't get mad if
But
nobody
she can
wants you.
but
Throw
she
what
can throw
back?
it back.
Throw what back?
But she can throw it
Uh,
back. Are you
but
still going to turn her aside?
you doing right because that's a bunch of kids you got to deal with. You know how you know how stressful it is to raise a child.
What about you? What about you? What do you think?
No man. So no man. What's your thoughts on that? No man. You up? You still there?
Yeah. What'd you
So are
say?
you? So the question is, if this woman she has 16 kids by two men, would
Mm-hmm.
you get with her?
Hmm. Did she
But
fess
but
up at the
all
beginning
her
of the
but all
relationship?
her kids are taken care of by the father.
And she can throw it back,
Oh, sounds very tempting. I'm putting it in that terms.
and she has some really good mouth game.
Okay,
Once
I ain't gonna
again, it
lie.
sounds like a great opportunity to turn that into something.
Sounds like a job. You said great opportunity, like a job. Say what now? So what?
Hey, in other words, she got all that. Okay, and the kids are taken care of, and the kids can pop up and say hi to me, and that's about all they need to do, really. Sure, I'll take that relationship. Unlike one where I might have to fork cash out of with the children that I might not know them that well.
Wait, but what if you're living with her though? Because you're
Well, at that
together.
point, let me say once again, at that point, we should be past the point there's any more secrets left. We should have been at full
Oh, you care
transparency.
about the secrets. Wait a minute. So,
No secrets at this point. Every secret, there's not really a secret between her and me.
so you're okay with the 16 kids?
I'm okay with the 16 kids because the kids are being taken care of, and the only thing I have to do is just say
But
hi. Or,
here's the thing. That's just fit. The kids are taken care of financially, but that doesn't mean that you still got to give them rides to their appointments, to their like when they go to the doctor, or if they have after school activities. That money is just to pay for like the bills. That's not the physical part of taking care of the child though.
see,
I'd
this
be
is the
like,
stuff that
hey,
we've been.
at the end of the day, I better get some tail.
See,
Wait,
my
so
goal. Oh, go
what?
ahead.
Gags, you're saying you'll do it?
Hey, I'm doing the doctor visits, the sports games, all that shit. By the time I get home, she better be already in position, nigga. That's all I'm saying.
What? Okay, no man, what were you saying about it?
Okay, for me, like I said, once again, we should have been past this point where there's no secrets. But if her games are that good in the bedroom, and the kids are taken care of for grocery food and stuff like that. And their bills where they live is all right. Okay, I'll take the shot. I mean, because I'm getting older, it doesn't mean I'm gonna be like the shot out saying, "Hey, I'm in my 40s. Who wants me?" Uh, Even though I had one relationship where the lady wasn't honest with me, because that level is kind of like, okay, yes, it's a shocker, but the fact remains, I'm not gonna have to be really 100% involved to help pay for
You're
the
not
full
helping
price.
to pay for anything, but
No,
you
I'm
still gotta
saying,
be there to
oh, I
help with the
know.
kids.
Okay, that's
Like it's not
nothing.
like it's
I
like
love
it's
working
think
with
about like
kids.
it's not a situation where you're not where it's not, taking care of kids is more than just paying bills. There's a
Oh, I
whole lot
know,
that goes into it.
but I'm
So
just saying,
we
when
got
you take out the
16
you take out the
kids.
financial part, it makes it a little less harder because now it's like,
What
okay, I gotta
about
spend some quality
doctor's
time with kids.
appointments?
Okay,
Oh, so
well,
when you guys think of that, are y'all saying that you're not working, or y'all saying y'all still working?
we're still working, and if we
Yep.
don't have to worry about having to just take care of the smaller part, because the financial part, in my opinion, is usually the bigger burden. Because now you gotta make sure you have that money to take care of keeping the kids fed. But you're telling me I gotta take them to appointments and sporting events?
Yeah,
Okay, I can get some stuff done while sitting there with the kids and talking
and
with
help
them.
with homework.
Okay, that's me restarting my skills on school grade understanding.
So you're
Yep.
okay with? Wow, this is really shocking. So you both are okay with the 16 kids?
Yep.
Yes, I mean, because like I said,
Wow,
as long as
that's
I'm not taxed with a full financial burden, all I'm just taxing with is just having to put some time in and help the kids from time to time, take them to appointments, take them to sporting events, then help them with homework. Okay, no problem. I mean, that's just time just I get to spend quality time help raising some kids. It's like when I used to help out my home church and helping with kids once in a while with schoolwork and stuff. It was really refreshing my understanding or my lower grade understanding of mathematics and English and writing and stuff. So okay,
okay. Wow, that's amazing. I think you
I think
both are
it
told.
shocks you.
It does shocks me. Shocks me. It does shock me that look at you. I'm so shocked and not speaking right. I think I think I
no
think
comment.
I think you're telling. I think you that's what you guys think y'all would do, but I think if it was really happening, it might be different.
Everything always changes
If
at that
because
point,
because these
but
16 kids ain't the same as 1 or 2 or 3 kids. 16 kids, that's a classroom of kids.
All I
And then
know is
you gotta
at the end of the
think
day,
about
I
16 personalities. What if you got like some of them with they're disrespectful
well,
or
as
or
long
they're
as I'm able to
violent?
issue, I was gonna say, as long as I can
hey,
issue corporate punishment to the ones that are being a little
Damn.
aggressive, sure. But the ones that are violent, those are the ones you got to
Did
give
you
up to
say
the law.
capital punishment?
I said corporal,
No, I'm being
corporal,
sarcastic.
no
I'm being
problem.
sarcastic.
Well, I know, but
Wow.
I'm just like corporal. Like if I can spank them or hit them timeouts and stuff, okay, no problem. But you tell me hands off, then okay, we're starting to get closer to that. No, I ain't gonna be involved in that kind of situation because those kids gotta still know that I'm parent, I'm here for you. You can sit on
You
my
ain't my daddy.
see
Then
in that
what?
situation. No, that's why I said corporal. If I'm allowed to issue punishment, okay. Yeah, I might not be your daddy, but guess what? I do care about your development and what you're gonna do when you get older. Uh,
fact.
Did you just say slap?
I said facts.
nice facts.
Oh, I thought you said slap. Like that's what you ready to do to the kid when he says that.
Oh, don't
I,
worry. It's gonna be some discipline, okay?
I
Exactly.
I think you're saying that because of how this woman looks. That's probably what that is.
Hey, as long as I get done doing everything that I need to do for them kids, at the end of the day, she better have a red carpet to the bed for me.
And
Have
for me, yes, the red carpet is wonderful, but the fact that the financial burden is not going to be laid on me, it's going to be laid on the people who made the kids. Okay, and I'm only just there to assist from time to time, get them to point A to point B and be involved a little bit in their lives. Okay, no problem.
So what
It's
happens
not.
if the money dries up and the father can no longer afford the $1,500 a month?
But at that
Then
point, I'm
what?
past the point of commitment. So at that point, I've already probably saved up money and invested. If this guy's well, already if he's gone through his money, then I have money. Then we'll just figure out how to work things out with that one situation with a group of kids, and go from there.
Wow. If you really mean what you say, then you're a real one. You a real one.
Because I mean, it's
Hey, there's
any
very few
relationship
of
is a
us
work.
out here.
Exactly.
You says what out here?
There's very few of us out here.
Exactly.
Few what? Few men or just few good men?
Few good men that can take up the
Exactly.
Yeah.
responsibilities that other men cannot.
You know what? And
Exactly.
I have to agree with that. Yes, that's absolutely true.
Because I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be like excited or enthusiastic. I'm just gonna be like, oh man, okay, now I gotta pick up the slack that this other man has fell on, so these kids won't be so screwed up.
Wow.
I've been in a situation where I took care of four girls because the father
Was a
was
deadbeat?
basically nothing.
A
Like
deadbeat.
dude, like he was on child support, but he quit his job so he wouldn't be able to pay child support.
Mm.
Okay, that's just dirty and wrong.
And the crazy thing is, the kids knew who their father was. Tried to call him on his phone, he wouldn't pick up, stuff like that. And then
Okay,
when
yes,
they
it's garbage.
realized when they realized that he didn't they didn't matter to him and whatnot, they looked to me. And when old dude I guess had an epiphany, he came through, but didn't get the same reaction that he thought he was going to get. Like if one of them got hurt and I was around, they would come to me, not go to their father. They would come to me because they see me as a father.
Exactly.
Wow.
Like I used to do their homework with them, discipline them, feed them, clothe them, take them to school, you know, everything.
And for me, I'm gonna say once again, if she was trying to transparent with me and told me she had kids, and we're still vibing and flowing, okay, I'll start thinking about how I'm gonna adjust to those kids. Now, a large amount of them, oh my god, you better believe I better be making a good kind of some kind of job. Or I'm gonna try to do something like that crazy, because at that point, you're basically asking me, hey, you want to help move Mount Rushmore with your little bit of money you're making? Yeah, I'm gonna be literally screwed periodically every day of my life. And I didn't even know this was gonna be slammed on me. But if it's like introduced to me early, it's like, okay, do I have first the finances to actually even jump into that kind of relationship? If I don't, then that's pretty much one of the deciding factors why I won't go any farther. Because she could have a good personality, we could be flowing, but I don't have the finances to actually help balance out with a bunch of kids like that. I'm going to end up looking like those other fathers that aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, especially if it's one that's a deadbeat in there. Oh God, that's the
So that
ones that
goes
piss me
back
off the
to the
most.
rich. That goes back to the question is, so what if the money dries up?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was
Depends
about to
on
But
how
say
deep
but
you
you said
are.
you're invested at this point, but you ain't get but so you're invested in a woman, but what if you can't afford to take care of what
ex-
It
those kids
depends on
look
how
like?
deep you are. If it's in the beginning
that too.
stage, it's a little different. But if you're deep in there, you gotta adapt and adjust.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. When I find out how major it is, like if she had that many kids, with that many men, I'm like, okay, either I get my finances prepared for something like this, or I just have to call it quits because there ain't no way in heaven or hell I can make this happen. So I have to just forfeit because of finances. But if I have the finances and I can cover stuff like that, then
So if
okay,
you
sure.
don't, so what you're saying is, if you don't have the finances after the money dries up, then you're leaving.
No, 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 no. Let me say it once again. If she tells me I'm already sitting here trying to figure out how to make it work. If I can't figure out the finances at the beginning when she tells me this, okay, I'm not going to take the risk of having to be in that situation where all the finances disappear on my side and I look like one of these deadbeat men. I'm going to
No, no, no,
bail
no,
it
Yeah.
no,
early.
no, no. You're saying up front. I'm talking about like, let's say up the front when you first meet her, she's getting the money for the
Uh
kids. She's getting 1,500 each for the kid for each kid. But then
huh.
let's say a few months or even a year passes, and the money is drying up because the man, let's say he quit his job or he ain't making as much, whatever the case may be, that money's not coming in anymore. But at this time, you're invested into the woman, you're invested into the kids, and let's say you don't have that kind of money to be taking care of 20 kids, you might as well say. Then what?
Wait. You just hit the key point of what I was just saying in the beginning. If she tells me in the beginning she's got the money coming in, I gotta make sure I still have money like that where if someone was to follow through, I can still help. If I can't do it at that beginning point, I'm not going to try to pursue to go any farther because I know at that point I don't want to become like one of those guys that might fail her in that point. You end up being part of the whole failure system. Should I put in that
So
terms?
you're saying when you first meet her, you want to make sure you have the money to take care of her and all the kids in
Or
case
yes.
there is no money there, there's no money coming in.
Exactly.
So you're
I'm not
saying,
going to.
oh, you're not just going to jump in with her, even though you can't afford to take her off. So you're saying that even though when you first meet, she's
Uh,
getting that money. If you can't afford to take care of all that without that money, you're not going to just jump in with her because she's like, oh, well, her kids are financially being taken care of. So I'm
exactly. And because
okay.
I want to be able to make sure that something goes wrong. Yes, those kids got that fallback with me, but they're also working on trying to get themselves back up. Because if it's just a deadbeat dad or a bunch of deadbeat dads, the first thing I'm going to do is look at her and say, how did you end up with a bunch of deadbeat dads? That would be the first thing that blow my mind because I'm like, prayerfully, she is at least, there were at least some that are working, and the deadbeat dad is being, hounded enough that he's going to get remotivated. If not, then after a while, that guy's going to be ignored by me and his kids because I've already taken responsibility because I think she's worth it, and I actually can financially help back her up. Uh,
So Gag,
well,
so
those
so
kids.
what's your answer to that? So if you get with her and the kids are all getting taken care of, $1,500 for each
Uh,
child, and then you done been with her for about a year, you're invested in
uh,
her, invested into the kids, uh,
Saved up money for just in case a disaster
and the money
happens.
and the money dries up. What are you gonna do, Gag?
Adapt and overcome.
No, you wouldn't. You would take that. You would tell her to give you that ring back. You that, or you probably wouldn't even get into
I
that.
mean, if we're like a year in and that happens, I'm gonna have to grind it up and adapt and do what I need to do to keep it going. I mean, other than that, if there is no progress, there's gonna be some changes that are gonna be made.
Yeah, I can see that
Like
too.
what?
Because
Like what? What changes? Like what?
As in, okay, so we already know if she's getting 1,500 for each child, that's 22,000 a month, and you already know she's gonna be in that semi high life, and the money dries up. Uh, Changes as in downsizing on like expenses, um, and I mean until things can go back to normal, which I will probably have to end up getting an even greater job
sounds like
to
the
be
case.
able, yeah, to be able to take care of everything.
Yep. So it sounds
Hmm.
like my statement over here, what I said earlier, saying if I had the job and the finances, sure, I'll jump in with full heartedly because if she, me, or vibing perfectly enough, okay, yeah, she's getting the extra money. But when that happens, okay, no problem. But
Okay.
it's the same problem once again. Like Gag said, if the finances don't start appearing after a while, we're gonna have to start making adjustments so we can still keep it going. Because if not, I believe in the same concept I've heard some scientists called the lost fallacy. In other words, once you sink a certain amount of time into something you instead of you just banning it, you're just gonna stay with it
You're gonna
because
see it through.
you're exactly.
So
Yep.
in your current states, not no fantastical. I'm gonna be a millionaire state. But let's think about your current jobs. Where you're currently at right now. Would you partake in this? That's what I'm trying to get down. I'm trying to get down to the nitty gritty.
No, with this
Shit,
job,
rain coming
oh
up
my
and I
god, I
barely
got
don't think I can make it.
hey, you're not
So
alone. With
so
my
so will
job,
we
it's
so we take
comical.
so will we take on this one with the 16 kids
With the
with all
job I have, no, in fact, with the job I have, I'd be surprised if I just take on one woman.
so
Right.
so the answer is no.
I mean, she
Eh,
be going to have to work on that long before I even remotely think about it because she's gonna realize if she goes out without that money, the money I got is not big enough to even support me, let alone another person. So
so
it's
no.
gonna be like a nightmare challenge. Yeah, it's gonna be challenging. I mean, if I even
So
jumped
now it's
in it,
no.
yeah,
Okay,
sorry
Gag. What
was
about
as much
you?
I hate to say, yeah.
Gag, you there?
Yep.
So what's the answer now?
Hmm. At the
Aha, got you.
at the moment now, man. Um, and at the moment, are you talking about like after a year in?
No, okay. Let's say it's already been a year.
Uh,
Let's say you know she was getting a 1,500 for each child, and
hmm
let's say you already been with her for a year, and
hmm
all of a sudden now the money's drying up. In your current state now, I ain't gonna say your current state now. I'm just saying, let's say you're not a year in. Let's just say
hmm
you just met her.
hmm
You just met this woman. You know she's getting 1,500 for each child.
Yep.
You gonna date her?
Yep.
Well,
You're gonna have to, because either something drastically has to happen if it's been over a year or so for me to look the other way.
I put it this way. Let's say there's not.
I go with that too.
Let's say you just met this woman with the
Uh,
16
Uh-huh.
kids. She's beautiful. You like her personality. Hasn't been a year yet, but she's getting the 1,500 for each kid. Would
uh,
you give her a chance in your current state?
Nope.
What What happened to adapt and change and
And
see
this was
through?
this you're talking about in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, look at
I'm
that. Look
probably
at
gonna be
that.
like
Would you
that
look
in the
at that?
beginning. See, in the beginning versus in the middle,
Now it's
you're gonna
fucking
get a
kids,
different
right?
answer.
Uh-huh. Got you.
Like, I don't know. I mean, we can do the friend thing, but as in relationship was, I don't have the funds.
See, I'm
Mhm.
in the same category because if I actually had like a job that I wish I had, okay, then that kind of started to change a lot. But with the amount I make right now, if something was to go financially wrong, I'm going to be so far in the red the first week, it's not even going to be funny. I'll be so much in the red that I'm going to be looking for ways to find money. I'll be digging for change and stuff. And that's what I'm thinking about. I'm looking like that, like a guy who is no better than the guys who are
Couch.
financially not able to help.
Yeah, I'm working on finding a better job now.
See? Huh.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
like
So
I said,
you can take on that one with the 16 kids then.
not until I have a job where I'm like, okay, I'm doing fairly decent. I got my own place. I can take care of my car note, and my car note's not split up in like literally two checks just to keep money in my account because one check alone would probably be obliterated just with my car note alone. And if I, oh my god, if I told you how many mental gymnastics I'm just doing bills with, I look at some relatives who make money like six figures. I got a cousin right now who's younger than me who makes a six-figure salary working from home. And he only does wake up, gets in front of a computer, works there, got his own apartment, paid off his car, and he's working almost halfway there, paying off the place where he lives at. And I'm sitting over here struggling, just trying to keep a car payment not to kill me.
What's he do online? You know?
He does something for an IT company. I just don't know what exactly the name of it
Man, you need
is
to
at the
find out what
moment.
that is. Shoot, 6 figures from home.
Oh
Shoot, my
yeah,
homegirl
is
told me
that
that she does Amazon at home like I guess some type of thing at home, and she gets $45 an hour.
That sounds
Mm,
about right.
I thought
And
about doing it.
hey,
mm.
I'm thinking about doing some other work from home jobs that got some good paying on it. Then also thinking about some work that if I get some trade school skills, they'll pay me some fairly good amount of money. So it's kind of like right now, I've been sitting in limbo. Do I continue with my IT degree or do I just get a trade school or go straight into working from home? If I go straight from working from home, shoot, you know how much money I could save and not have to use my vehicle? Shoot, that's where most of my money goes in my check, anyways. Is running and operating that car from going from point A to point B, plus paying on the car note and maintenance. Shoot. And if I can keep that thing stationary, I could probably save about a good $200, $300, $400 a month.
Pretty much.
Exactly. So
All
I'm
right.
always thinking about how I can make more money. And if I can make enough money where I'm doing good and a lady has that many kids, and let's just say if I'm really doing absurdly good, I don't care if the husband, if one of the fathers screw up, okay. I can help, I can financially juggle that. But with the finances I got right now, I can't even juggle my own life.
Right.
Okay. All right. There we go. Now it sounds more realistic.
Yes, if I can juggle my life and I can juggle someone else's life, sure, I can think about another person, but I always factor my money into, do I have enough money to help support someone else? If the answer is no, then I can't really go too far out on my dreams. Well, if I can support other people up to like that many kids, okay.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you both being here with me. And I hope you both have a good morning. And I hope you have a good day at work. And I'll see you both next time.
No problem. You take it easy.
All right. Good morning. Bye
Good
bye.
morning, y'all. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.